Which now?
Sex streams?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah,
the
100%.
D&D,
100%.
yeah,
100% they
yeah.
do. Yeah.
They're usually set in a tavern,
Is that what it is? Is that how they
and
do
they
it?
play the tavern keep. That usually turns into like a succubus or something.
Okay, I gotcha. So that's what they do there. All right. Yeah, I couldn't envision what kind of storyline you'd run. You know, I fucked the
I don't
ogre to
know
death
either.
and shit.
But I mean, you should try it.
I don't know all the details. I just know like the first half hour plot. Hold on.
Ah.
We all come on for a Monday session and Dooley's just buck naked, like.
Whoops, sorry guys. Just finished the other stream. One sec. Still a bunch of toys sitting out on the
This is
table.
my Wednesday session.
Because I'm going to take the top off the table. No, I said the top off the table. Settle down, everyone.
Going commando.
Right? That would be the bottom, but, you know, we'll work with it. So, on that bombshell, welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Dungeons & Dragons. That is Black Thumb, here from my garage to you. With passion and pleasure do I deliver the adventures of one gang turned race team. That's true, actually. Holy shit. Has it really almost been a year now with this storyline? I guess so, eh? With COVID and everything. We passed the anniversary up, so that makes sense. Well, right on. Everybody should make a social... I'm kidding. Anyway, with my fantastic palette of personalities, this is my plethora of players. I welcome everyone to another fantastic episode wherein we join our intrepid adventurers as they face off against the assaulting pirates that they encountered during the last leg of their great race to Teshburl. Sorry, I should say the last stretch of the leg leading to Teshburl, the southernmost city in Calim. These pirates, of course, being pirates, have attacked a transport, have a bunch of hostages, a transport in flames situated next to a bunch of their hostages, and, of course, a pirate vessel. Just to round things out, they also have jet bikes and are currently getting them fired up to come chasing after you as you have decided to pull a 180 and go back to fuck some shit up. And so it was. Why don't you tell us all about it there, Shonigan? What happened last episode on Black Thumb?
Sure. So we were not in the city. We were on the bus. Sword takes a pot shot at the other driver with a meat arrow. Kota is at the wheel. We are engaged with the Draygor vehicle. We're flying down a hill. Vehicle's pulling aside because of the sand in the hill. The beetles are going for the Draygors now, which are now covered in meat. Orion reloads the meat ballista. The Draygor gunner fires out at us. Barry has a hard time holding her steady, and everyone on top has to makes it through pretty steady. He hit a second time. Barry has a rough go of it. Most of us survive the motion. Bjorn is shoveling meat out our new window, thanks to the beetles. Laz kills off a couple of beetles in the swarm, sort of takes a shot with his bow, and takes down a few more of them. Barry keeps it rolling. Orion turns the ballista on the swarm, and the Draygors try to ram us. The beetles make it inside the Draygor bus, and they start to pull behind as they weave all over the place. There's something chasing a support vehicle. I just have listed here: support vehicle, chase vehicle, or lordship vehicle, something along that.
The Draygors have their support vessel.
There we go. So the beetles swarm onto Sort, and he's pinned down. Laz is swatting at him. Bjorn is shoveling meat out the meat hole. Laz is swinging through a couple times and splattering the swarm apart. Sort starts biting back at the beetles and finds a couple of them yummy. Barry, who really needs cleaning supplies, is trying to keep the bus rolling forward. Orion is going to shoot the bugs off of Sort. Sort, though, gets overtaken by the swarm and is going down. The Draygor ship is flying in. Some soldiers drop onto their other vehicle and clean up the mess. Bjorn heals Sort for 7 hit points and then calls down for Holy Flame, but it doesn't work at all on the swarm. Laz finishes off one swarm and prepares to help Sort. Sort tried but can't get loose. Bjorn sees a sandstorm brewing. That tells everyone to get inside the bus. We're inside, but there are holes in the bus and the sand is blasting out the grind. Now we are climbing a hill. Barry is keeping the bus climbing. Kumail wants the wheel. We have to help Barry fix the sandy meat hole. We flatten some barrels just to weld over the hole. Kumail keeps us going up the hill. The sand cyclone is on its way towards us, and Barry goes for a weld, gets attacked in place with Laz's help. We go to fix the hole, and the next one, we fuck it up a little bit. We got to fill the gas tank for the ride. We keep moving up the hill and hauling ass. Cyclone finally moves away, and we can see the ocean in the distance. We see the ocean in the road. Kuda dials it back a little bit, ease up on the engine. We see a transport vehicle on fire and some people outside of it. Another vehicle nearby, but a large metal boat with treads. Describes a military-looking crest. None of us seem to pull our head over our ass and can't figure what the hell it is. Coda says it's the Black Dragons. Laz goes to the roof to man the cannon just in case. Bjorn mans the ballista and sort of licks himself healthy. Orion is down with the fight, and Barry gets overruled about just moving on. The Black Dragons start going for cover, and they start firing us. Laz, Bjorn, and Sword take some hits from the gunfire. Laz calls out for cover. Orion goes down for Orion calls for a slowdown. Orion and Sword go to jump off the vessel. Orion leaps, and Sword thinks better of it. Bjorn goes for it and leaps pretty well. Kubita pulls the bus around. The group is hoarding prisoners and leaves them and then hop on their sand bikes. And that is where we are left. And then the flash, I think we saw, I have written here, a dark space, flickering flames, a black silhouette. Reflected in the surface, black room on fire, reflecting metal, something large, metallic, with headers, pipes, and gold. And that's where we ended with 1,300 experience.
Terrific. Wonderful, actually.
I'd get experience too.
I'll leave that to the party to decide. Does he deserve experience?
So Ben, what are you gonna do for us, man?
We'll see how you do this round, and then.
How bad do you want that experience, dude?
Can we go a session without you sabotaging the bus?
Well, his current character isn't sabotaging shit. I might offer up in
That's
his.
true.
I mean, he is playing characters. Let's say it is a role-playing game, gentlemen.
It is.
If I sacrifice milk, you guys.
Good sacrifices.
I'm alright. It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
With that too. In all honesty.
Yeah.
I'll say you were out with your father for Father's Day. It was a day late, but you did it. So I think that earns 1,300.
It's a day late, but
Hey, you still did it. You made sure to get it done.
And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't fault anybody for taking the day for Father's Day. Not even almost.
Yep.
My sister just called me. Like, where were you yesterday? I'm like, wait a minute.
You know what? Come to think of it, I tell you what, Benny boy. Why don't you take the 1,300 plus another 130 just as a bonus for spending the day with your dad?
Thanks. I would have done it.
Nice.
Either way. With my
I
dad.
didn't do it for the experience.
I would have given him 1,301.
And that's why I'm Dungeon Master. Because shit is fun while I run it. Actually, I think you'd be a pretty fucking awesome Dungeon Master, and I think it's about... typically I have a tradition, but this year I'm not following tradition, but typically I have a tradition where I get somebody to Dungeon Master for me for Canada Day, and it's just like, you know, you have the whole day to kind of play the game, because everybody has the day off, and not everybody can get out, or not everybody has plans, or it's too fucking hot, like, you know, the weather there is right now. And so, yeah, it's kind of a thing that I usually do, but this year I'm doing a bunch of shit with the family, and then I'm going to a rave, so...
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be the first one that I've gone to at 40, so there we go. Get that out of the way before I hit 41.
Yeah.
And we're done. So thank you very much, Sean, for a fantastic recap. And oh shit, I totally forgot to play here. My apologies. Music, don't you know? That one right there. As we open up the scene, I gotta grab some minis for you gents. That would be these ones right here. And if somebody could tell me, we'll start with Sorth. Where were you situated on the bus? You were on the outside? No, you had jumped off, eh?
No, I'm still on top of the bus.
And I just want to get an idea of topography here, as I'm sure you gents do too. So let's actually talk about that first. As you guys are approaching a pond, we'll say that there's you know, the ocean in the distance. You guys are headed down the stretch. You can see this pirate ship taking off, as I described. We'll say off to the left by about half a mile, half a click. For it doesn't really matter, like whatever, Canadian or American, we'll go with it. And then ahead of you, you've got the hostages on the left. Now you passed by them. Okay, so there was the hostages and their treaded transport on fire there, and the few dudes, and of course there was the dispersion of two dudes, right? There was two groups of dudes. There was the first dispersion that was next to the ship, next to their vessel that you passed by. It's some distance away from the main road, and then there's the second, of course, with the hostages that you passed by, and as you guys were whipping a bitch and coming back towards them, a bunch of you jumped off. And at this point, Kumata has it fully pinned as you guys are... Or no, he slowed it down, sorry. He slowed it down and then pinned it to get the fuck out of Dodge after whomever jumped off, and that was Orion, I think Laz.
No, it's just me and Bjorn.
It was you and Bjorn, sorry, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Terrific stuff. And the rest of you
Source
are...
is going to.
That's what it is. Well, thanks for the compliment, but I'm just wasting away is what it is, Ricky. And that's Nix I'm talking to. Sorry there. Right. So as Barium and Orion, there you are, leap from and land down upon, your boots of jumping can carry you quite a distance. And I'm gonna inquire, what are you using, Orion, to soften your landing, if anything? I don't remember if we actually... No, there was nothing. You just made the roll.
I biffed it.
Yeah, that's right. You totally biffed it hard. Took damage in a
Yeah.
whole bit. I remember this. Okay, very good.
I forgot Bjorn had boots of jumping.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, he has no issues. He's just like, I want to be there, and is. So, as he lands down into the sand without issue, I can't remember if we made a roll for you or not.
Yeah, but I think I made it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you did,
don't
yeah.
remember you biffing it. I should get, sorry. Sorth is on top, Laz, you're on top. Barium, are you on top or inside?
I was on my way up top, so.
Right, you're halfway up.
I'm going to ask this question. Are we supposed to be able to see the video?
I'm getting there in a moment, yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Thank you. Is anybody missing? I don't believe so. I've got to get my pilots out. And what do I got for this right here? Right, I've got to put you back in the game. You're the Tabashi. That's right.
Next to me in the pilot seat. So you could say I was unconscious immediately right next to the pilot seat.
Oh, we could. I'm totally into it. But first I'm gonna go new share. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like that. And I go like this. And I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, look at this. Okay, there we go. There. Sort of. You guys can't see what I'm doing because, like, to you guys it makes no difference right now. But in a moment, there will be cameras. I promise you. And so there was. And what the fuck? Oh, right. Never mind. I know why that's missing. And there we are. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? What? Oh my goodness. Alright, this is getting very challenging.
Windows XP.
I know, right? I am very challenged. Pardon me. There we are. Alright, cool. Get that overlap and whatnot. I am a professional streamer, I'll have you know. This nice little black gap here is proof of that. See how even that is? I planned that. Alright, so as we were, that middle one is not working, and we need to get it working. And to do that, we will go like this and like this. And there it is. And so there is our boink. Terrific stuff. You are staring at that, and we want to see that. That's great. And we should probably get these things tuned. Bear with me just a moment. Thank you. You can get right out of there. You can go to no. Yes. No. You want to go here. And then like that. And then like that. And like that. And then... I do this all before the stream, but I keep forgetting to do it before the stream, so now we're stuck where we are. What? I see. Boink, boink.
Mario Brothers 1.
Yeah, well, I started carving up sounds from it to replace all my notifications because, I mean, why not?
It sounds more pleasant than the normal ones.
Yeah. Those old tones.
Uh,
You know?
I don't know if I should be ashamed that I know that sound that well.
Oh shit! I have totally
Should be
forgotten
damn proud.
the actual cargo vessel. Apologies. Actual cargo vessel is what you guys are after, which is this unit right here. And we'll put that there. Who I have here is these guys and oof, bunch of shit out here. Cool. It's fucking gross. Get these guys situated. And if you recall, they had their hostages shuffled off. Some cover here, some cover there. That's fine, like that. And as the camera pulls back and pans down, we see here. Just the fuck out of the way. Pardon me. You see the hostages getting shoved off to the one side. There they go. Oh no, don't hurt us, please. You can hear their screams over the din of everything, even at this distance that you are away. How far away did you guys want to drop?
I mean, for me, I would want to be as close as I can to the vessel. I don't want to run with my stubby little legs, but...
Right.
I'd be a little bit behind because I didn't really plan to drop.
That's fair. We'll put you here behind cover, so you guys can start behind this rock. How's that sound?
All right,
Perfect.
sounds good.
Hey, we had asked Kumada to at least Laz had asked Kumada to pull it up to give us cover from the guys that were shooting at us.
Yeah. So I was gonna say there's the two sides that you guys could be coming at it from, is the left or the right, and that looks like this, where you have rock here on the one side, and you've got a bunch of rocks on the other side. So really, I mean, whichever you prefer.
Where's the enemy vessel? Is that
Right.
it?
Oh, the enemy ship is off in that direction some way.
Okay.
Did you want to get? Oh, sorry, you wanted to go next to the enemy vessel?
I wanted to commandeer their vessel.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were moving in on like these dudes with the hostages.
No, I think that's what the guys in the bus were doing.
All right, that sounds
Pretty
fine.
sure.
In that case, pardon me. We'll put you guys over here for the sake of argument and ease of space. And you guys are getting dropped yonder as close as you can get. The bus is going to be under fire even at this range, as it ought to be. Never mind that, but you're going to need also some of these guys here. And I'm going to want that guy and this guy.
Are we facing the Necrons?
It's like it.
One second.
So
Crossover.
that's what.
Yeah, it's a D&D Warhammer crossover.
What can I say? They've got some of the best minis money can buy. I should really invest in some Catachan, but what do you do? We'll move one of these guys over here. Actually, we want a full complement in both cases. Oh, there's supposed to be a bunch of guys on bike. Right, I forgot about that. And that was... What did I do with the cardboard? Ah, there it is. This thing right here.
They were just firing up the bikes when we ended last session, right?
Right on, yep. I totally forgot to cut these out, sorry. 2 ticks. Almost there. Alright, sweet. So these guys, I get fired up. As best I got under short notice. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna throw this one there. And we'll throw that one there. And this guy, do I have another one? Yes, I do. This guy right here. It's gonna be riding on you. You. That's it right there.
Oh, 4-1.
Alright, sweet. You can see several other bikes on board the vessel. Mounted on the side, ready to go at a moment's notice. They're just nicely docked up at the nose, ready to launch off. And as these guys rev up, their loud pipes blaring into the atmosphere all around, echoing off the nearby rocks. Oh shit, you fell down, eh? Oh, let's fix that. Hi, how you doing? And we watch as you guys rush in upon the vessel situated just yonder. You don't see a gangplank, but there is a rope, a mooring line, comically enough, hanging off the side of the massive vessel. As you come rushing in upon, you see the crew milling about, doing what the crew ought to be doing, which is prepping the vessel for takeoff. You can hear the massive jets on the back starting to fire up as the unit starts to climb slowly. The line dangling, just so. You guys watch as the crew kind of looks towards you, and upon the deck, you can see a captain-looking fellow with a large brimmed hat, and beside him, another fellow holding a large wrench. Large dog bone style over his shoulder as he ogles towards you all, running in towards the vessel. The fellow with the large brimmed hat simply gives a smirk as he fondles at his belt what is clearly a large sidearm weapon of some sort. The vessel continues to fire up its engines, sending exhaust all around and billowing sand in all directions. That's annoying. Meanwhile, just yonder, of course, we have your companions a good distance away. You guys are nowhere near each other. I want to make that clear. A good distance away, having dropped you guys off as they're racing in towards a rather dire situation for a lot of innocent people. And with that said, everybody can roll initiative.
I see
Look
that
at
one.
this. Oh, shitty.
Better to roll out on initiative than
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
Can I give you inspiration?
I feel like if that's how it started, he's gonna need it later.
Yeah,
Let's
just
save that.
hold on that.
It could be good to have somebody in the last, to move.
All I heard was wrench. I want that guy's wrench.
Were the sniper guys still on the boat or no?
There are a bunch of fellows on the boat with large rifles,
Okay.
tubular structures that they're firing slugs towards you with. They're slow loaders, but they're still getting the job done as shot after shot rains from the decks down towards, and range comes across the range of sands from the burning vessel in the hostage situation towards the bus. As each of the shots pwangs off the hull, racing towards the pirates in their quarry up ahead. Sorth, what'd you get for initiative?
20.
20, very nice. Laz?
10.
Bjorn?
15.
Yes. Ike?
11.
11 for Ike. Orion?
21.
Very nice. And finally, Barium.
2.
A formidable 2.
Dungeon Master's going
+1
on. That's nice and easy to fit in. Alright, sweet. Swing. Sweet. Actually, I'll roll for the two groups separately, so they're both going to go at the same time, and it doesn't really matter at all. Terrific stuff. With that said, Orion, as we watch you and Bjorn hustle in towards, the bus is nowhere near you, hustle in towards the vessel as it's beginning to take off. You can feel the exhaust pushing against you. You feel the heat upon heat compounded. Man, it's hot. It's about as hot as you can imagine. With the exhaust blasting off of that thing through the desert, blasting sand upon you where you're running towards it. You can see the rope up ahead. There's also skis underneath that the thing uses to sit upon, like a helicopter style, if you will.
Okay. And how far away is it from me?
The whole of the thing is probably, you guys were just dropped off. The whole of it's about 40 feet away.
Okay, could I double move and try and grab onto one of those skis? And would it be possible for me, do I see a way to climb up there if I grab onto one of the skis and kind of regroup?
You totally see a way to grab a hold of it, yeah. Like if you want to grab a hold of the skis.
I'll make a run for that then. I guess I'll double move.
Sounds good. Rushing in towards it, you find yourself easily situated upon it, grabbing a hold of the hull of the craft. As soon as you hop upon the ski, it's not especially difficult given your small stature to hold yourself steady upon it, but as it starts to jostle, you can see that this is not safe. But that said, the camera sweeps away from you as you do this to show Sorth some distance away upon his bus.
Are the rifle guys at least 90 feet away? Closer?
From where you are, some of them are.
I'm talking about the guys on the ship.
Oh, you want to take an action before you guys take off? Or are you staying behind with Orion and them?
No, I'm standing on the on top of the bus. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay on the bus. But I want to see if I can take out one of the sniper guys before
roasting away? All right.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, it's supposed to be you're on the other side heading in towards your own butt. Let's see if you can take this shot.
All right. Crossbow for the win. Nope. No, I don't. 12.
As the bus swerved around for the brief moment and sped away, your shot went astray, striking nothing but the air and sands in the distance.
Alright. Then we'll take a shot at one of the guys in front of us
Okay, sounds good.
with the hostage. Let's try again. That's better. With a 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Nice. Frostbow for the win. Okay. 12 damage.
12 damage. Very nice.
Solid.
Should be around there. And there.
For my bonus, I'm gonna do the hunter's mark on the guy I just hit.
Okay. That's this guy in the lead right here.
Okay. Yep.
As your arrow flies away and strikes into him, you hear him shriek in pain as it thumps into his shoulder. You hear a clang signifying the armor that he's wearing. He stumbles against the force of it and looks over towards where you guys are approaching. He gives a couple hand signals, and you see this guy here kind of take over the herding and push these guys in as this guy looks over towards where you guys are. Yeah, you can kind of see that on the camera. Okay, cool. With that said, that's you guys there. 2 ticks. I'll be right back.
So who wants to drive the big ship?
Me.
I think Kamoto is gonna drive this new one that we steal, and then Barry's gonna drive his baby.
Good idea. Nice.
There can only be one way or another.
No, we gotta follow your footsteps. We're all gonna play 2 characters.
True.
We'll hire a completely new crew for that one.
Can you imagine arguing against yourself?
Feel like that Futurama where they went to that different universe. There's like different versions of themselves.
Never seen Futurama.
Damn. Sorry, dude.
Just started rewatching it.
The hell of a show.
Yeah,
It's one of those shows you can go back and watch again.
It was good. Like,
Well, especially to catch all the Easter eggs early on, you realize just how much thought they put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that other one that they just released, the same creators. I can't remember the name of it. Enchanted or something. Disney.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Not a bad show.
I watched both of them. They were good, both seasons. I think they're
Plus
getting ready
you
for
were
a third.
there.
aren't
I think so, yeah. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like, But then I was like, okay, this isn't bad.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets better, so.
Agreed.
Bear with me, gents.
Welcome back, Dungeon Master.
Yeah, just give me a second, guys.
Dungeon Daddy.
Straight from Daddy.
Ha!
oh, so that's what the D&D stands for.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Dungeons and Daddies?
I need to take a long rest. I haven't leveled up yet. I'm still 5.
Alright, maybe that'll get to me now. Jesus.
Thought we all took a long rest at some point.
I thought we did.
Yeah,
we had
I
a
know.
couple back-to-back sessions where we were in the middle of that.
Like
leg
when
of the
Barry
race.
took over for the driver or something.
No,
Yeah,
I
there
think
was,
I just took a short that time.
Oh, fair enough. It's gonna
Yeah, I
say
think
it's
that
all
was
right.
just a short rest there.
Ish? That can work? Maybe. Try to get my fan to blow the damn air conditioning unit's air over here. Just sweltering in here. It's insane. Air conditioner sitting right there. I'm still sweating my bag off.
Yeah.
That is intense. Holy
It's
smokes.
supposed to cool off later in the week.
Little bit.
Next week.
Because it is here, like
33
it's like really,
or something.
Only
it's
the
like
heat
really
up
hot
further.
here. But then like later in the week it's dropping.
Yeah, like Tuesday, Wednesday is supposed to be the worst, and then it'll cool off a little bit, but still gonna be like high 30s over the weekend.
That's
Only
insane.
mildly worried if we go floating on Canada Day.
Yeah, at least the river's usually pretty cold.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason why I didn't burn at Brad's 30th there is because I was like constantly drenched in water.
That actually is supposed to make it worse, eh?
Really? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
if you're in the water, it magnifies the rays.
yeah, that's what I thought.
So,
But like I was shocked. Like I was out at Brad's there for like 5-6 hours at least.
were you,
outside the entire time, and I didn't burn at all. It's
consider
weird.
yourself lucky,
Yeah.
really?
Grace was handing out SPF 50, so I think that's what kept us okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Every time I went to lather it on, somebody would spray me with a squirt gun, and I'm like, oh well.
You just muted yourself, eh? Anyway.
Oops, yeah.
All right. I'm dying of.
Yeah.
Too early for this kind of heat.
Here's hoping global warming's just a myth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not the hottest summer ever, it's just the coldest summer of the rest of our lives.
Or it's just gonna get really hot, and then all of a sudden an ice age will trigger, and we'll be complaining how cold it is.
At least cold you can do something about.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if there's an ice age. It would be sad.
Easier to warm up a planet, I guess, than cool it down.
Yeah, we're living proof of that. Don't you worry. We'll fuck it up again.
Well, yeah, bring on the ice age. We're ready. We know what to do.
Yeah.
Fire up the coal plant.
More cows.
Yes.
Sell more burgers. Come on,
We'll have to
vegetarians.
genetically modify them to produce more methane to
That's
heat
right.
up the atmosphere even quicker.
Just get as much going into the atmosphere as possible. Until finally the Matrix come around where we block out the sun. Just purely of cow farts.
I
I
think,
don't-
that's what Bill Gates is working on right now, I'm pretty sure, right? Making one of those sun umbrella things in space.
Out of cow farts?
Not out of cow farts, no, sorry.
You had me at cow farts. I'm not gonna.
No. But I think that's actually something they're working on as a giant like shade for the Earth. They put it out into space and then release it. And it,
He's
like,
gonna
shades the
charge
planet.
people for sunlight. You're gonna have to subscribe to Microsoft Sun.
Yeah.
Microsoft can
Gonna be
help
like
you grow.
Futurama when they drop the big ice cube in the ocean every couple of years.
Which is this?
On Futurama, that's how
Yeah.
they keep global warming under control. They drop a big ice cube in the
Giant
ocean every
ice
few
cube.
years.
Sometimes we bring out a big umbrella to go with it. All right, so, hey,
I was gonna say it was like a giant ship with like a pair of tweezers and a giant cube of ice they were dropping in. It was goofy.
giant pair of helicopters holding a giant piece of ice with a giant set of tweezers or a giant set of ice tongs. So, as we were, just before I left there, heading into Bjorn's turn from Sorth, who fired upon the one fellow and hunters marked him, drawing the attention of the hostage takers towards yourselves, who are fast approaching. Oh, hang on. There it is. But Bjorn, over yonder, watching as your companion rushes in towards the vessel, do you keep up with him, or do you take a different route?
I think with the vessel moving, I gotta keep up, so I'm gonna double move over there as well and
Right.
try and grab on.
The two of you easily make your way towards the landing skis, and you crouching down manage to easily wedge yourself there. It's about a 3.5, 4-foot-ish gap between the skis and the hull, so you manage to actually kind of just squat in there, and you find your armor rests against it easily enough. And as the skis start to take off from the sand and your weight lifts off of the earth with the vessel holding you aloft, things start to get kind of funky feeling as the inertia starts to take effect from the jets at the back. And the two of you can make me a dex save as we head from Bjorn's turn on a double move. Do you have a bonus action of any sort? Is there any bonus action you were going to pull?
Let me check. No, I'm okay for now.
As you rush in towards the two fellows who are manning their jet bikes, the two of them look over towards you as they're cranking up and unclutching themselves. The vessel takes aloft. The two of you, can make me a dex check to hold your balance on the skis.
I crit failed.
As misfortunes come and go, this was one for the record. As the vessel takes to the skies, Orion, you look over behind yourself.
Is it dex check?
It is.
Okay, 22.
Managing to hold yourself just so, with a little bit of a hand on the hull, you look over towards where your companion was. And you notice that he's down on the ground, as he must have slipped. With one boot half on, you see him situated kind of like doubled over, and he's pulling himself up to his feet. As the inertia hits, your perfectly rested armor actually is fine, but your feet give way, and the whole of you just kind of slips through backwards down onto the sand. You don't take any damage in the fall, but I'm assuming you must be embarrassed or something. That's about the worst of it. The only thing that you hurt is your pride. You clatter into the sands, and as you look over from your prone position, you can see the fellow on the jet bike looking towards you as he suddenly revs up, and the turbine underneath him suddenly winds to life as he hauls in towards you. Could you throw me a dex save, please?
13.
Rolling just out of the way as the jet bike slips past, sand explodes all around you as he puts a trough through the dirt, heading past alongside the length of the hull of the massive ship taking to the sky. The vessel only reaches about 15-20 feet in the air, up above the sands. You can feel the exhaust off of the jets underneath the hull, pouring out the massive amounts of energy that are clearly coming out from some sort of, you imagine, magical source. As you billow through the atmosphere, the hot air all around you, causing you to sweat despite the wind blowing against you. You can feel just massive amounts of water blasting off of you as you stand here on the ski. And the vessel starts to take to the skies as you watch overhead and hear the unmistakable clatter and clacking of various rifles being set to fire. And as you look above you, Orion, you can just barely see the tips of some rifles starting to jet out from the deck that sits about, we're gonna say 10 feet above you. There we go. All right, and with that said, the one skiff bike sails past. This one will head off this way. He will take a single movement, while the other one will take a double. And he will skiff around like this. Whereas the other guy will take a single movement to about here. Putting along in a bit of a circle. That all said, I don't have anything to use as skis in the interim, so we'll just stick you to the side of it and call her done. And be very, very careful as we do this. Alright, that's very difficult. So, actually, let's do this. Oops, my bad. I don't have like a large flight stance, so I've gotta bear with me here 1 sec. I'm gonna go with actually this works. Oh man, I got high hopes here, don't I? Is that gonna work? No. Hang on a sec. There's a hole down here? No? Yeah, come on. Really? Nothing? Oh, kind of work. Nope, no, it won't. Come on. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You can, no. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Hey, there we go. Oh, it's gonna fall off.
Hey!
This, yeah, sort of. That is so gonna fall the next time. Oh man.
It's a little sensitive, but it's doing okay.
Ish. Sweet. Haha! It has taken to the sky. Look, you can barely tell. Movie magic right there, baby. Look at that shit. So, sweet Jesus, it's taken to the air, and these are on board. Anyway. Meanwhile, on the ground, like I say, those guys have ripped around. The one guy putts along, and he's going to take a pot shot towards you. With a 6+ bonus, he is going to miss as a shot fires off from a hand cannon, narrowly missing Bjorn, and pumped. It hits the sand harmlessly. Meanwhile, from yonder on the deck, a couple of the guys are managing to get their rifles out, and 2 of them managed to take a shot. One guy failing miserably, the other also failing miserably. Both the shots firing off from above, pow, pow, one after the next, causing minor eruptions in the sand to little harm anywhere else. And that's them. As the camera pans again to show you, situated on the side of the vessel as it takes flight, Bjorn down below amidst the bikers. Camera then yanks back to show a lot of you guys facing off against as you truck in towards. That said, Kumata brings the bus to bear, yelling out, "Where am I stopping?"
We need to get closer so we can support Orion and Bjorn.
Oh, you want him to keep chasing the pirate vessel?
I want him to get closer so we can support our companions that are in there. So if we gotta chase, we gotta chase.
Okay, so instead of going back towards these hostages, as was first insinuated, you guys are sticking with Orion and Bjorn as they're doing their thing.
What did the crew want us to go and help the hostages?
You are the crew, guys. You tell me. I just work here.
Fuck the hostages.
I thought you guys are helping the hostages.
All right.
I'm just shooting at whatever's there.
Alright, we gotta go save the hostages.
I think I'm still unconscious at this time.
Is that the final answer?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so as it were, you guys are ripping up towards the vessel that's on fire in the distance, and Kumata asks where he's stopping. I don't go to Queens. As the camera surveys the area, I'm going to zoom this baby out right here, bring the left properties and zoom you out so you guys have a better bird's eye. Long and the short, we got a situation as such, where you guys are approaching sidelong towards where they are on the other side of them boulders.
Sorth and I specialize at range. We shouldn't be too close.
Alright, with that said, he's gonna swerve away. Is that what it is? What's the final answer? Tell him what to do.
What's Laz's opinion on this?
Laz had asked him to pull up for cover to make sure that we right up alongside that big rock to keep us away from the snipers. So I was picturing, like, if I'm looking at that left camera, is putting the right rear wheel right by the back edge of the front edge of that rock. Making sure that you can drop Sorth and Orion behind the vehicle to take pot shots while, I don't know who else can be up there. I know that I've already got the cannon loaded, so I'm waiting for my shot, but that's why I was going to roll low initiative.
Mm-hmm. With that all said, Barium's climbing out of the bus right now, was what was going on there. And then Laz is atop it, having loaded the cannon, ready to go. But I mean, that's...
I forgot, did Bjorn load the ballista before he decided to leap? Because he wasn't planning on leaping off. That was a last-second decision. Were you already loaded on the ballista or not?
I don't think so, because Orion had been operating it.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. And with that said, I mean, you guys haven't really said one way or the other. So, I mean, am I going? Which plan is Kumata going with in the moment?
Are we dropping off like at the rock, or
I think
are
you're
we staying on the bus?
Well, that's what you're deciding here.
Also, I'm asking them like what they want to do because I know
But
the Laz
I was-
on the cannon.
Yeah. I think Laz is going to stay him on the cannon. He's not worried about getting shot at. It's everybody else that he was concerned about, trying to get you guys covered so you can do the job that you got to do.
Yeah, pretty much Sorth is
I mean,
just gonna sit up top and shoot at stuff.
Yeah,
Whatever
that was Laz's whole point was like there were pot shots coming in at everybody. He just wanted to get the bus in the way so he can get his shots off, and you guys have cover to get around it and either get flanking or get your shots done. But that was
Alright.
the goal.
Barium will hop off at the rock then.
Someone might want to revive Ike too to get him in this fight. At least check on him, right?
Oh yeah, hi. Sorry, hi. How you doing?
Ike's cam froze.
It would be nice to have another player.
I think we're gonna need it.
I feel like we're outgunned right now.
I'm a melee class, so I'm not sure how I can get close to them without absolutely getting.
From where you're situated on the bus comes to within about 20 feet of the dudes, I want to say. 25 feet. So you could invariably close the distance if you so wanted.
There's like 5 people there.
There is, in fact, 5 dudes here, yes.
Are the white ones?
Hostages.
Hostages. 1, 2.
The white ones are the hostages, yeah.
Alright,
Those are the people we're gonna extort after we rescue them.
Of course.
No. We're gonna offer them a job.
That's right. The crew of the new ship are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be slaves.
Tomorrow.
A one-time
Acquire.
offer.
Alternatively motivated staffing solutions. Okay, it's all it is.
What are they gonna do? Walk out of the desert?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
We literally saved them from slavery, so like they owe us.
Hey, their whole merchant thing isn't working now. Their shit's gone, so
It sounds like slavery with extra steps.
broken.
But it gets shit done. With that said, my man Ike, what are you doing?
Alright, so I'm just gonna wake up and climb up the hatch and take a look around.
You've been on the top of the bus the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've been here the whole time, seen everything, done everything. It's been great.
I was just absent-minded.
Yeah, it's just like, wow, that was, like when you're driving a while and you just kind of lose time. Yeah.
You're just thinking about Mo the entire time.
Yeah,
That's it.
if I wanted to kill him,
Yeah.
even though I never met him. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna run over to them.
To whom now? These guys?
So there's spawn 3 and a spawn 2 on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna copy the 2 then.
All right, sounds good.
That closer.
What's your movement speed?
First, it's gonna be 40 for this tank.
40's not going to get you to these guys. It'll get you close.
Aw, dang. Okay, I'm gonna.
They are just over 60 feet away from you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stand on top of the bus and snipe with my bow.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna use my bow to snipe at the two fellows over there.
Alright.
Are you still getting off the bus though?
No, I'm on top of the bus.
You hold your position. I'm taking your bonus action for sheathing the blade, and I'll be nice about the arrow. I don't think you got like any sort of archery skills, but I could be wrong. Am I wrong? Anyway, you load an arrow and fire away. Roll me the d20.
21.
Very nice. He's gonna smoke. Who are you shooting at?
The one closer to the bus.
This one right here?
Yep.
Sounds good. The pistol wielding, the pistolero looks towards you as the arrow pierces into him. And roll me damage.
7.
Very nice.
And I have an ambush which allows me to make an additional weapon attack.
What? I can't hear you, yo. Speak up. Everyone else is
I
making.
said-
Yeah.
I
Everybody
said,
else.
I can make an additional weapon attack that deals an extra 1d8.
Hit it.
I miss on this one. I have an 8.
Okay. And this was just another weapon attack?
Oh wait, no. I can attack twice and then I attack another time with the ambusher. So
Oh,
I'll
okay.
attack one more time.
Well, didn't you just do that?
So when you hit level 5, you can attack twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I have a thing that allows me to attack an extra time when it's the start of combat.
Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha. And away you go.
Yeah. So I missed the second one, and for the third one, I also missed. Got a 9.
At least you got those rolls out of the way.
Here's hoping that it was the last of them. There we go. Now we can have Laz on the back here steady. Instead of falling off every 15 minutes. As you rush forth, as the bus rushes to a halt, actually, you steady yourself, pulling out your bow, sheathing your blade, pulling out your bow, knocking that arrow and firing true. You strike against your opponent, landing an arrow in him. As he spins about in pain, looking towards the source of it, grits his teeth and pulls the hammer back on his hand cannon. From Ike to Laz, the camera sweeps to the figure behind you to show him manhandle the cannon. Whoop, hello. Rusting it into position and aiming it down at the opposition. With Barium down behind the rock, Laz, what do you do?
I'm gonna fire off the cannon. And how close? I'm seeing the 5 guys. I got 2 guys that are a little bit further away. I got 3 that are closer, and one of them, if I hit the guy that's up front, I'm probably gonna plow through the rest of the hostages.
So from where you're situated, you could potentially hit these guys in a line without hitting the hostages, but you'll be hitting the vessel. This is the open end, by the way. Point being,
That's the vessel that's on fire, right?
yeah, you can't hit them just because they're being blocked by your companions situated in front. Not that they can technically block you. Point being, that's I mean, you could shoot wherever. So you're gonna do you want to hit these guys or are you gonna hit those guys? If you hit these guys, you don't really have a line, like a lightning bolt style thing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you shooting?
The cannon.
No, I know, but what are you shooting out of the cannon?
Whatever our shot is.
Oh, okay.
Because we stop at the meat. I mean, we stop loading meat into there. I mean, we could fire meat at them. It'd be very weird. But no, just our regular shot. What do we have in there? We
Getting
have,
knocked unconscious by a flying steak would be really weird.
But no, it was like our cannonballs, right? Then we have shot made and then
Yeah,
powder and all that.
totally.
Right?
Just making sure. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. So
Okay, no, I'm not firing. There are no more beetles, so firing
No
beetles.
forks and knives.
yeah, I was gonna say like you might be loading a beetle in there. I have no idea. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, let's go for the. Everyone's got pistols, right? All 5 of these guys.
They all seem to have some sort of firearm and a couple blades or some sort of.
We're gonna go for the
something.
2 in the back because then hopefully if they get closer, I can jump off the bus and get on one of the other ones. So we're going for the 2 guys in the back.
You swivel the cannon in towards and take the shot.
All right, and this one, if I remember, I'm rolling just my strength, right? Strength +3, or am I rolling my regular attack?
It's a ranged strength attack.
Okay. Help me out here. What am I?
So you're rolling strength plus proficiency, and
Okay,
that's
so it's
that's
plus
your to
6.
hit.
Got it. So 19 +3 so 25.
Is going to smoke your opposition as the cannon satisfyingly fires off. I said satisfyingly fires off. Come here now. There we go. The explosion echoing all around and the massive reverberating concussive explosion coming off the barrel, blasting against your companions as you guys stumble away from it. The expulsion explodes against them down below. Which one were you firing at specifically?
I was for the guy that's closer, hoping that if if I don't really have an angle on him to get him a straight line, so yeah,
No
the
worries.
first guy up front.
These are the dudes.
Yep. So the guy with not the guy with the green thing.
Fair enough. The one who looks special?
Yes.
Fair enough. Inciting that he who dresses differently is probably important. You fire upon and smoke him easily with the cannon's shot. He takes how much damage, sorry?
That's what I'm trying to look up again. I'm trying to remember, was it 4d6 or something like that? Trying to find the where I had it in our notes. I think
Yeah,
3d6,
it was either 3 or 4.
something like that. I'll find it. Cannon. 8 hours. That's not it. Oh, there you go. Oh, I missed it. 3d6.
Very
Got it.
nice. Okay, let's hear about the damage then.
Alright, don't suck. 9. Oh, one bad one. 11.
11 damage?
5, 5, 1.
And this is against, we'll call him trench coat. Or brown coat would work. Sorry, 11?
11.
11. Fabulous. And with that, as the cannon explodes, sending a huge concussive wave around the barrel towards all your companions, you guys are kind of like, wow, fuck, bad place to stand. You guys stumble away from it as the explosion goes off against the fellow down below. Narrowly taking his leg off, he jumps barely out of the way of it as sand plows up into him, and the explosion of it washes him over. You watch as he tumbles end over onto his head and pulls himself up. A moment later, the cannonball troughs into the sand and sails off into the distance. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Somewhere peaceably, there's a quiet oasis somewhere up ahead. A camel sits watering itself. Nearby, a sheik and his many daughters. They enjoy a bit of holy shit! What is it? As suddenly a large steel ball explodes through their camel, decimating it as it splashes into the water, drenching the lot of them, covering them in giblets and water from the oasis. All of the birds scatter, and you guys in the distance see a kind of rainbow in a growing cone. Yeah, just really far away. Anyway, with that said, Laz, take an additional 5 experience for the camel. And with that said, over to Barium.
So I didn't have my my staff equipped, so kind of have to pull that back out. So I'm going to be making some ranged attacks from cover. So that costs 1 action, right?
Indeedy.
Alright, so that's the first thing, and with the bonus action, I would like to set up a forced ballista cannon.
Okay.
Just peeking over the edge of that hill by the rock.
And as luck would have it.
And since I have to describe the cannon, it is not going to have movable legs. It's just going to be
A large and emplaced ballista.
Yep.
A large emplaced ballista appears. Actually, no, fuck it. We don't even need the base. A large ballista appears. Poink. What up? That'd be the extra print that you sent there, which is fantastic for it. Terrific stuff. Look at that shit. You.
That will be my turn.
Fabulous. As you look up towards the top of the rock, waving your magic wrench, I guess. I don't know how this works. You quickly erect, all Team Fortress style, a large and uncharged ballista against the rock, bolting it down quick as a wink. Within 6 seconds, you've set up a full-size, organically charged siege weapon. Who could do it better? What the fuck is thumping around up there?
Raccoon.
Honestly. As we were. Orion. The camera pans away from Barium setting up this glorious machine and focuses in towards where you're situated on the side of the vessel. As it takes off, taking flight, sailing over the sands. What do you do?
How far away is Bjorn from the floating vessel?
Oh, 60 feet.
60?
Yeah. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Bjorn, how far can you jump with those boots?
So it triples my jump distance, which is
Was it strength is the measure?
yeah, so 3 plus my strength modifier, so 6. I can jump like 18 feet in the air.
18?
Yeah, so pretty impressive, but nowhere close.
Okay, because I might tie a rope to this thing and get it ready to throw at you in hopes that you jump, and then like motion for you to jump.
Okay.
That's my plan. I don't know if it'll work, but
Yeah, I mean ropes are like 50
mine's 50 feet,
so
Yeah.
that
60. So yeah,
it's possible. It's better to leave me on the sand, but like it's worth a shot.
And what would you have to roll to get that? Would you have to roll perfect?
I mean I'd have to roll some to grab the rope, but the actual jump itself is just doable.
It's just okay.
Yeah, I can just run and jump 18 feet if I have my boots on turned on.
Perfect.
I just killed a spider IRL. Does that mean I get 5
Same.
experience?
I did too. I'm hoping it's gonna rain.
Only if it was a giant one.
I'm pretty sure it's the one that bit me overnight.
There you go.
Of all places, bit me on my inner thigh.
Ow.
Getting a little frisky over there.
A little bit. I know it's a spider because that's what the spiders fucking do. It's like they get you in a place where no other bug's gonna get you. Fucking gremlins were in Dooley's roof.
Yeah.
It'd be hysterical to just see him fall out of the attic here in a couple minutes, just like break through. Like that video of the people that were robbing that store.
Yeah.
When the girl climbs up and just fucking falls out of nowhere, just smashes into one of the displays, right? Like a 7-Eleven.
Or like the guy in the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Where he's crawling
Yeah.
through the roof.
That guy walks into a bar with a duck under one arm.
So, what are you doing?
I am taking my 50-foot rope that is in my bag, and I'm going to tie it. Is there a place I can tie it onto this ski? Is there like a support or something? Okay. I'm going to tie it to that, and then I'm going to ready to throw it, and I'm going to signal Bjorn to jump, like, and hopefully I can toss it as he jumps. I'm going to ready it, if that's loud.
You could just drop it, probably.
True, I could, but it would be way more epic this way. And I feel like I need to throw it to get it, like, out there. Because if I just drop it, it'll just dangle. I guess you could run to it, couldn't you? You can still... well, you can't run and jump.
Yeah, I need to use my action to cast jump. So I got 30 feet of movement, and I have to use 18 of those to go up. So I can run 10 feet and then jump. I don't know how far I am from underneath it.
I'll have to cut a separate piece. I wanted to set up a ski so we can see how far you can go to a support. There would be a support, I imagine, at either juncture, like where it's shifting decks. I imagine there'd be supports running through those. So if you want to imagine the skis yonder, because the skis are sitting around here, eh?
Okay.
And so long and the short, as you're walking along this thing, you're going to tie off the rope. That's fantastic. But you're going to want to make it to one side or the other to tie it off. That's all your movement. And I'll need an acrobatics check from you to hold yourself where you need to be as you tie this off.
Okay, I got 18.
And with that, you do so, securing the knot best you can. The vessel beginning to pick up speed as to your to your dismay, it suddenly pitches to the one side as they start to bring it about. Bjorn, thinking that the vessel is leaving, you watch as it suddenly turns around, heading back towards where the hostages and other members of their crew are perhaps waiting them. As you watch this happen, you incite you're going to have a chance to grab a hold of this newly dangling rope as you watch towards your companion, who is obviously, beckoning for you to do your best. Was there anything else, Ryan? I think that's actually you altogether.
That's
it,
yeah.
Sorth, my man.
Right.
Off in the distance, one of your companions doing crazy shit. And sorry, who was going to say what?
Never mind, I forgot Sorth was ahead of me.
No worries. With that, Sorth, my man, what is up?
I'm still alive.
You're sitting on the back of the bus as it speeds along. Kumata is slowed down and come to a bit of a resting, a bit of an idle roll as the machine holds still, and plang, 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 shots are ringing off of the hull.
Beautiful. I'm gonna shoot at the guy that I've got marked still. I never really took my eye off him this whole time.
Did these guys take their shots last time? No. Oops.
Oh, last time?
You skipped their turns, didn't you?
I totally did. The guys on
I
the...
shot him.
Oops. Pardon me. There's a little bit of a rewind here. These guys are gonna run off over towards here. Actually, they're gonna get shoveled this way. And so this guy right here, there's something to be said for those old Warhammer trays for all the figures, honestly. These guys are all going to rush this way. That's 30. Yeah, that is actually. Meanwhile, this guy, he's going to 30 feet to here, taking cover as such. He'll move another 30 feet to there. This guy's going to move. This guy's going to move 30 feet to here, taking full cover. And he's going to fire up towards where he sees Ike. He's going to roll a 2. I'm rolling shit tonight, apparently. as he completely misses, his gun bucking once, and a massive slug sailing past Ike harmlessly. The fellow in the distance takes a aim and a shot with a 17 plus bonus on Ike. He's going to smoke him. It's going to be... Sorry, I got to double check damage here.
Bullets are weak.
Bigger than a cannon.
Bear with me here, gents. I think it's 2d10. I always forget. 10 points of damage explode against your body. Yeah, 2d10 piercing. 10 points of piercing damage explode against your body as a massive slug finds its way into your armor. Feeling something inside yourself possibly shatter, you watch in the distance as the fellow suddenly cracks the barrel over his knee and then slaps in another round. And as he pulls it back and slaps it shut, he brings a hand over his shoulder and slams it down again, seeing down the sight again, all in the span of a moment. That said, he yells back towards the hostages, and that's these guys here. As you were. Back to your regularly scheduled turn.
Hey, okay, so the guy I was aiming at took full cover, yeah?
Yes, he did.
Shoot, okay, so the guy, I'm gonna take a couple shots at the guy that's standing in the open then.
Yep.
That just fired at Ike.
That's fine.
Has he taken damage at all?
This guy has not, actually.
Okay. 18 to hit?
18.
27 to hit, never mind. And that's just... Unfortunately. 11 damage.
11 damage?
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll take a second shot right after.
Slamming
Maybe
another
the thing
arrow.
that he did where he took his 2 quick shots.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, you said 11 damage, eh?
Yeah, on the first shot. And then 14 to hit this time.
He's gonna miss by 1.
Shoot. I'm gonna cringe at my crappy shooting.
As the first arrow flies true into his armor, he hoofs and shrieks out as he grabs a hold of the shaft and yanks against a couple times, wincing as finally he pulls it free of his jacket. That said, the second shot just narrowly whizzing past his head, he suddenly comes to his senses and pulls his rifle in towards you as some of the hostages look up towards where the shot came from with maybe a baited form of hope in their eyes. As the camera pans against to show Bjorn, situated yonder in the sands of the desert.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna click my heels together and think up. And then I'm gonna activate the boots of jumping.
Wanna roll me that acrobatics or athletics? Athletics or acrobatics, actually, it was your choice, I think.
I'll do athletics. So I'm gonna take a running leap at that rope and get a 15.
Sounds fine. Oh wow, that's huge. Let's just come all the way around. Okay,
Nice wash.
there. All right. You sail in towards. Oh shit! I need to grab another piece for that. Bear with me. You guys sail in towards. You sail in towards, grabbing a hold of it. Just so, managing to suspend yourself as the camera fails. There it is. Grabbing a hold of the unit as you grip desperately, hanging from the side of the ship as it takes flight. You can make me another strengths We'll just call it a strength save as the whole of the ship suddenly moves about.
10.
If you find yourself slipping down, you haven't fallen off, but as the ship flies, picking up speed, not altitude so much, but staying just so, aloft over the sands by about 20 feet. I should hold this thing yonder. There we are. Ish. Just fall over now or what? Alright, there we are. Sweet. As it comes flying up and over, the camera pulls back to show it speeding up towards where your companions are battling against. And as it comes flying in overhead, the camera panning just so to show the huge vessel sailing in to assist. We watch as Bjorn, dangling just so, frantically slipping down the rope, trying to hold himself higher, sits just so in the way of the bus, careening in towards, and Kumita shouts out, "Oh shit!" as he goes to steer just out of the way, narrowly missing you, as the whole of the bus swerves to the side, as he picks up a bit of speed, pulling over just so. As the vessel comes around, it suddenly does something wholly unexpected as it begins to slow, but then you hear a whirring and a grinding and some chains rattling as hatchways open up, portholes showing the barrels of cannons, but a moment later. And as their silvered tubular structures strut out into the open, you hear voices shouting out from the inside. And you know that in a moment, they'll be letting loose. As the whole of the ship takes aim towards your bus, Kumita, having no idea of it, watches forth and points out, "They're coming for us, look!" And he, jostling the sticks, just so you guys can see through the windscreen, or actually I guess there's nobody in the cab. He's shouting out for no good reason. He actually looks around all lonely like and says, "I don't know what to do." Anyway, with that said, in the distance you guys can see the bikers come rushing in upon their trusty steeds. And as they come racing in towards, sand billowing up behind them, dusty and dirty in the distance. They look threatening, they look menacing, and you know that this is all getting pretty hairy, pretty fast. With that, my guys on deck are shouted at to fire down upon, and while Bjorn and Orion cling to the side of the vessel's skis on a rope, down upon the top of the vessel, you guys, wow, shitty deal. The first guy rolls a 19 plus bonus, firing down upon Ike there. And that's going to be 2d10 for 9 points of damage, piercing, as a massive slug pierces against your armor. And the other one's going to be a natural 20 on Laz. And it's only because we love you. This one's gonna be 9 plus 6 for 15, and then another 9 plus 4 for another 13, for 29 points of piercing damage. Are you currently raging? I don't believe you are currently raging.
Can I use my stone's endurance or no?
I don't know offhand. Is it for any attack? Ranged attack?
Once per rest, reduce damage dealt by 1d12 plus 2.
100% fly at it.
Please give me a fighting shot here.
Do it.
I can heal you.
Alright, so I gotta roll a d12. Where are you, d12?
Save them heals for when you really need them.
So I knocked 7 off of that. What was the total?
What did I say? 29, so you're down to 22.
22?
22, sir, 22.
Oh, we had taken a full rest, hadn't we? Before this, right? When we were on the drive over?
You did take a full rest while you were on the drive over.
I forgot to do that. Let me get that done. I'll take the 22 off.
That's great, please.
And that wasn't fun at all. Those little pistols cause a lot of damage.
Well, that's for the
these are
cannons.
the rifle guys. These are the rifle guys. These aren't the hand cannon guys. Those guys don't do nearly as much damage. That's why they got a lot more rifle guys. So that's you. You got your stuff figured there.
Yep, I'm good.
Terrific stuff. Yeah, pistols only do 1d10. Those are the two guys on the deck there. Down on the ground, this guy right here points his sword up towards Bjorn and says something. And this guy right here, he's going to rush forward, take a knee, and fire up towards you. And in doing so, he is going to miss terribly as he aims down the scope and fires the shot flying past you with a whiz. And as you look down towards the source of it, you can see the guy look at his rifle scope and give a thumb wipe, and then look through it again. Then he just like, actually at this point again, this guy actually cracks it over his arm and then slaps around in it and pulls it back into position, doing the same as the other guy, except he grabs a hold of it the other way. Getting ready for his next shot. This guy right here, he will... Gosh. Which way will this guy go? That's a good question. Good question. I feel like there was debris out here that I'm forgetting. Yeah, there was a bunch of debris and shit. Shoot. On the cargo and whatnot.
Yeah, I guess it was like a battle spot beforehand. So
Yeah.
there'd be some stuff all over.
All that.
It's gonna be a rough fight, boys.
We gotta get in there and engage them quick.
Yeah.
Say, are you carrying any healing potions on you?
Alright, with that said, this guy's gonna run in towards cover. He's gonna take a kneeling position and fire. He's gonna get a nat 20. And that's gonna be 15 damage. What's that? But it's cooling off in there. I hope it's cooling off upstairs. Make sure to uncover your vents so you get some air. Man, I wish that thing could be more effective. What is going on over there? It's gotta work. Ish. All right, as we were, gentlemen. Sorry. Cool. No, sorry, I'm in the middle of mine. That guy takes cover there, fires over, gets a nat 20. It's going to be 15 points of piercing damage that fires out towards Ike at the side of the bus. Actually, sorry, no, that's going to be on Bjorn. What am I saying? Ike. Sorry, buddy. Firing out towards where Bjorn is dangling off the ship. He shouts over towards his minion. His minion simply gives a shake of his head and then looks down the scope again. And... yeah.
You're literally a sitting duck.
No, I'm like a duck hunt duck. I've taken
Yeah.
off.
Where are you?
This guy up here does something extra special as this guy gonna run to the edge and take a shot. So that guy runs to the edge, he takes a shot. He's gonna miss. As he fires down towards Laz, it ricochets off the hull of the bus harmlessly. As the guy next to him pulls from his coat something wicked, which he, a moment later, holds to something you see sticking out of his mouth. And as it begins to sparkle and spark, he sends it flying in towards you guys. As it sails down towards, he simply lets out a cackle as it pounds with a bong bouncing against the roof of the bus before detonating altogether.
Is there like a save or we all just get hit?
It's totally a save of, I believe, 15 or better on a grenade.
Dex.
I could be wrong. It may be 13. Bear with me un moment whilst I look that up.
See, this is what we get for being nice.
Yep.
It is
I
a
missed. What happened?
it is a
Very
DC
impressive.
15 exploding fragmentation grenade, as it were. So DC 15 dexterity save.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay.
You take half damage if you pass, or
It's half as much, yeah.
Ooh. I got a 7. I got a nat 1 for the dex save.
Oh, sweet. That's so good for you.
I got 23.
Fortunately, it's not terrible. It's only 16 points of explosive damage, but it is damaging to the hull as well. This does affect, so you can subtract 16 from the hull. It explodes nearby the ballista and the cannon. It is a 20-foot radius, after all. There is some metal damage to both, but they are not unusable yet.
Sorth is knocked out.
As the explosion goes off, Sorth is blasted against the cannon and finds himself slipping back into unconsciousness, slipping back to peace, to a world of rotted meat and Kurgit's cooking of it. But seriously though, as you fall clattering to the ground, your scales and whatnot slipping against the surface with a scratch of the metal on your scales, I think that's me. That's me. That's me. This is my first turn that I'm catching up on, right?
Yeah.
No, this is my second turn through, isn't it? Yeah, it's my second turn through, yeah.
Yeah, it's your second
Right.
turn with him.
But we're good. I think. Shit. This guy shot, that guy shot the first turn, that was the thing. Okay, these guys haven't gone yet. Have these guys gone yet? These guys
The
haven't gone.
ground guys have the hostages haven't done anything.
They're still just getting sent this way. If they haven't moved, then these guys haven't gone, because these guys moved when these guys moved last. I'm gonna call these guys having moved. Those guys have moved. I'm good for this turn. Bikers are on their way in. They are moving at a fast pace and will be here next turn. From there, it's over to Ike. Situated on top of the bus. The explosion goes off as you do your best to protect yourself from it. The concussive wave of it explodes against you. As you hurtle backwards, you steady yourself against the ballista, just so. Your armor holds your torso and everything intact, but you feel the inside of you slightly liquefied. With that said, you're still standing, breathing, everything's still in check, although it hurts, you're still alive. What do you do?
First I look around and check my comrades, see if they're alright.
Looking towards the lizard man on the ground, he is clearly not, as he lolls around helplessly, having succumbed to a few new wounds upon his scaly form.
How far away is he?
From you, he's only about 5 feet-ish.
I'm gonna slide over to him and heal him.
You do so. Rushing in upon your companion, you lay down the Holy Smacketh, giving him a blessing just so of a few hit points and consciousness just as a result. That piece of the ship is right in the way. It's hilarious. You gonna wreck anything doing this? Yeah.
I get an 8 for 2 wounds.
Very nice.
Thank you, friend.
As the waves of holy energy wash through your body, bringing you back from the precipice of darkness, you thank him cordially. And Ike, what do you do now? Is that your action or your bonus action? That was bonus action.
Bonus Q, bonus take. Just one action.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one action.
So you have a bonus action remain. What do you do with it?
I'm gonna try. Is he like right out in the open?
I mean, yeah, you guys are on the top of the bus.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go down to the side. Opposite of the enemies.
The bus is like moving, just so you know.
Oh, for real? It's moving. Okay.
Yeah, it's rolling. It's not super fast right now. Kumita kept it rolling because he was getting the thing was under fire. Vessels coming in, and he just decided he should keep going. No one was in the cab with him to tell him otherwise, so he's autonomous now, baby.
Drop down into the hatch.
Okay, on the opposite side or towards the fray.
Well,
And are you taking Sorth with you?
I don't think I can carry him.
No, but I'm just asking, are you like pulling him off the bus with you, or are you leaving him on the bus?
Yeah, I'll pull him with me.
Okay.
He's pretty low.
Grabbing a hold of him, his massive form proves to be as heavy as you imagine it would be, and dragging just so with a strength check, please. Athletics, I should say.
Oh, athletics. Good thing it wasn't strength because I scored really terribly. Okay, 18.
You manage to grab a hold of your companion and yank him off the bus, dropping down into the sands with him. He unceremoniously clatters in a heap. You take 3 points of bludgeoning in the process. Sorry, you take 3 points of falling damage, falling off the bus, Sorth.
Okay, just to be clear, I went into the bus, right?
Oh, you went into the bus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you drag him into the bus. Cool.
I still take fall damage.
That's the ladder.
I mean, yes. Actually, you can make me a dex save. You can make me a dex save and take half, it's fine. Or
I mean, I was prone, so I mean, I can't.
you're like, wow!
Well, I got an 8, so.
You, there's scratch marks against the top where you try to hold on and wow! There's like literally just claw marks on a couple of the rungs as you try to hold on to something and clash, land on the ground inside the bus. But hey, you're safe now. That said, though, you guys are now inside the bus. Well done, Ike. And I think that's all your action economy for this turn. But from there, over to Laz. From one hero to another. As the camera swings around. Hey? The what now?
Music's drowning you out just a little bit.
Oh, is it?
Just a bit.
And there. Alright, as I was saying, camera panning along, showing Laz in the distance as you're like doing your best to get this thing reloaded. This guy's staring at you like, what's he doing? Suddenly yanks around. What are you doing? Are you reloading the thing or are you doing something else?
No, I mean, I was gonna, as soon as I was done with that shot, my plan was to start moving towards the, leap off the bus and get running at the nearest guy.
Oh, okay, terrific stuff. In that case.
Yeah, I gotta take out this option to keep firing at us.
So as
My
this thing
question
goes
was-
off, it's a moment later, this thing pans in, and you're saying? Where you going?
So, nearest guy that I can get to. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, fuck me. Anyway, so, what's going on?
Time to go ape shit. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna rage and start whacking shit.
You rage in midair. It's epic. It freeze frames and shows you in, like, neon fuchsia colors a la Ragnarok style. Heavy metal begins playing. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Do I have... Do I have the appropriate song? I'm not actually sure. Oh.
Alright, rage, great weapons master, reckless attack. Here we go. Don't like the first one. That's alright, it's a 14, but I'd rather have
Apparently this might drown you out.
2 in a row, 14 it is.
14. Fantastic miss.
It's a miss. Yay!
By 1 as you come sailing in towards him, raging mightily, taking a heavy swing towards, cleaving through the stone behind him. A massive trough opening up in the rock as you pull back into a aggressive, there's no defensive posture. Ready for the next
to
strike.
inspire him if I may.
You may. Hang on, did you already have advantage?
What?
Yeah, I swang reckless for.
Yeah, so he already had advantage, unfortunately. Keep your bloody inspiration. He
I'll
earned
keep it
his
for next
own.
time.
Pure testosterous power. Anyway, so with that said, you swing through, leaving a large cleft through the rock that leaves the fellow in front of you wondering about his life choices. And from there, anything else to declare? Do you have another attack?
I do have another attack. This one I have to take regular though.
Yeah, first one's your reckless, second, yeah.
Yeah, second one's regular. Here we go. Come on, do something.
That barbarian answer to sneak attack.
Freaking bastard. 18.
Is a hit. As the fellow looks towards the cleft in the rock, you see your chance and bring it in for a quick strike.
Can't see my number. We'll find out in a second here. It tells me. So that's 14 plus 2 is 16 of damage.
Holy shit. As he moves to grapple the haft and attempt in some foolish manner to wrest control of the blade, you bop him in the face with the handle, and then a moment later, smash the flat of the axe across the bow of his head, the broadside of his head. Sorry, how much damage was it? It was 16. And this was on Pistolero.
No, it's 16. Sorry, it's 14 plus 2, 16.
16.
26.
Bringing this guy to 23. Very nice. His head rings against the rock as you smash it against, leaving a blood stain and a bunch of bits of stone stuck in his cranium. As his eyes show tilt, he looks up towards you, and I believe that's you, yes?
That's me.
Terrific stuff. Terrific strike. Terrific heroism. The camera pans from there to show Barium on the other side as the ballista reports online. Yeah.
Alright.
But it does it magically. Fantasy-like.
What's the closest guy to me? Is it the one near the hostages?
So, there's this guy right over here that you can see Laz is fighting against, and you can see that, you know of this guy leading the hostages. You don't know where the other rifle guy went.
Alright, I'm gonna...
He could be anywhere.
So I have the staff in my hands, I just gotta cast something here.
Do 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 do.
I'm gonna... actually gonna go up and melee the guy that
Alright.
is with...
This is the guy around the corner that Laz is working on?
Yep.
Right, sounds fine.
And I'm going to do that with...
Whoa.
bless me.
Thank you.
I'll do that with a green flame blade.
Fuck, I sneezed so hard, I'm surprised I didn't go redheaded there. Flame blade coming out, right on. With that, oh, that's not gonna do it. I need a little bit of... As you ignite up, an etheric blade coming into your hand. You're rushing around the corner to face off. And closing the distance upon, coming in next to Laz's ferocity. As if the heat of the exhaust of the ship wasn't hot enough. As if the sands of Calim and the sun from above wasn't hot enough. Now you're next to the raging passions of this barbarian. It's hot, hot, hot here in the desert tonight. Wow. Anyway, so what are you doing? You rush around? How much damage? Roll me a hit. Or wait, this is green flame blade? Yeah, it's a melee strike, yeah?
Yeah, it's a melee strike, so I gotta do the whole hit, you know.
Feeling the force flow through you, you rush forward with your not lightsaber and slashing upon the opposition mightily.
Site is not letting me just roll it straight from the description.
Roll dice? What do you think this is? This is D&D Beyond.
I guess I'm just gonna have to custom roll it then. There's only a 13.
You come rushing in upon him, taking a wild swing in as he steps to the one side, narrowly missing. As the blade strikes against the stone, it cleaves upon, leaving a sintering, searing surface. A long line of blackened rock, cracked where you struck. As you pull back into a defensive posture, the fellow looking towards you and his other opposition focuses hard. Hey?
Get a bonus action, right?
You do? Let's hear all about
So
it.
I can use the turret with the bonus action.
Keep in mind the guys against the rock are in cover from it, although there are other options.
Yeah, I wanted to target the guy that had the hostages back there.
That's fine. Just target acquired. But it says that magically.
Oh, what is it?
It's an arcanic ballista, so it does magical things. Totally not a turret.
You are not wrong about that.
So, what does your not turret get?
Am I supposed to roll a d20 on this too? I always forget.
Yeah, dude.
I don't get to use this too often.
Yeah, it makes a ranged attack.
1 million damage.
Actually, it's a +6 to hit. It's only 11. Jesus.
The
This is a
ballista
low roll night.
fires away. The massive bolt flying. Oh,
Come on.
he's tried to use it twice now. Let the man have it.
Okay, there's a 22.
That'll hit. The bullet flies away, sailing from your ballista to smash into the poor, defenseless individual in the distance as he screams out in pain and agony. The bolt blasting against him for how much damage?
There's a 2d8 +3, which ends up being a 10 total.
My God, what?
He attempts to dodge out of the way of it. It still clips against him heavily and mightily, causing a shit ton of damage. As he rails backwards, doing his best to keep on his feet, he stumbles but manages to stay standing. Looking over towards you, he attempts for a moment to aim and winces, but then manages to get himself together. From there, anything else? I think that's you. Orion, the camera swings from your companion's massive ballista to show you aloft upon the vessel once again. And as it pulls back to show the whole of this completely messed up situation, panning just so, coming along to where you're situated, it also shows in the distance the bikers ripping along the sands.
Okay, seeing Bjorn climbing the rope, I feel comfortable enough that he can handle his business. I guess I'm too small to like help him up, probably. So
I need like a blue tarp to hang around here so that I can turn it into whatever sky and shit.
yeah, there you go.
Anyway, sorry.
Do I see any? You said there's cannons on this side sticking out now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I able to like? Are they right there beside me, or are they like above me?
They're interspersed, and they're coming off the.
Are they coming off the deck or off the broadside?
Yeah, originally I was gonna say off the broadside, but you know what? They're actually coming off the deck. They've just got them situated up there.
Okay.
See if I can find my. Oh, there's one. Do I have both of them? Be pretty rock and roll if I did. I don't know if I did one. No such luck it seems. I put one.
Does anybody have a nuke?
Yeah, in my pocket.
I do have a flame flask. That's super explosive stuff in my bag. But
I'll put in the cannon hole.
yeah, I was gonna throw grenades down the cannon holes, but they're up on the deck, so I don't think I can do that. But I got another plan. Hopefully Bjorn doesn't
Is there a
freaking
way to get up there? Or
go in a blood rage.
just infinitely outside of
You know what?
There.
I'm gonna put them on the prow.
Okay.
So hopefully, no, that's not gonna stick for shit. Please don't fall. I had a dream, but that's not gonna work. Hang on, maybe this will. Bear with me. And this is how we do it. Okay, so, right. Holding on to that. And we do this sort of ting. And Shazamo. Oh yeah, baby. Oh no, no! A testament to how dangerous flight can be. All right. Anyway, so there's that guy on there. I mean the cannon, of course. And that is pathetic looking, really, comparatively speaking. Not at all the sort of gonzo that you were promised. I know, and I am sorry for that.
It's okay.
Fuck this cannon. This thing is stupid.
Fuck
Stupid.
this cannon.
This thing has cannons. They're fucking cool, and I will find them in a moment. They're in here somewhere. Let me check my empties.
I think we just need to buy you some Lego models.
I need to legitimately raid the kids' Lego models. No, you know what? Actually, I know exactly what I can use this. Pardon me. Want to move in? 3, 2, 1. We shall have our cannons, and we'll be back off the races. This is super important, obviously.
Yeah.
In here.
Bjorn, I hope you can climb.
Trying to decide if I actually want to climb or if I'm just gonna get flung around on a rope shooting spells at them.
That's
Pretty cool, yeah.
I think
Hey,
we all
don't roll a 1, you might end up dangling by your feet somewhere.
Okay, whatever we do, don't bring the ship down. Don't knock it down, please.
Shit.
Do it.
What's a pirate to do? The cloak full of grenades.
Depends how good Baron is at fixing pirate ships.
That's right. Yeah, all this would be for nothing.
Damn crew's so destructive. What the fuck? Here I am, I build shit. and these guys just take it apart.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well,
if
technically, we
did,
didn't take it apart. It
Yeah.
was the Beatles. It was those
guys.
guys.
you'd be pretty bored with that, in my opinion.
Could you imagine if you just did the race with nothing happening?
Oh, that'd be great, man.
So even the Tour de France got taken down. Come on.
Didn't some guy walk out into the bicycle race?
Yeah, it caused a
some
mad
shit puts-
pileup.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Yeah.
caused a pileup.
Yeah, it looked pretty nasty. I seen
Did
a
they
picture.
restart the race or did they just go with it?
No, they just went with it. It
Goddamn.
screwed up a lot of people. There was like a whole team that got taken out. It was,
That's the French
Stop
way
the
there.
race.
So what? Your race got fucked. Life is shit. Move on.
Still over them.
Just stop the race, beat the shit out of the person, and then they can restart.
All right, you know what?
Right, the
I
person
had to
that
solve this
left the
problem once
country.
and for all.
Yeah, I just read that. Now.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
the-
jeez.
Yeah.
I should do it on the side here. Nope, not on.
Did they say if they did it on purpose or something?
They were trying to like get on cameras. Like they knew the camera was going to be watching the front of the race, and they tried to like get out front,
Oh, it's
and then
like
they
goofy
just got too
fucking
far
thing.
into the track.
Oh, fuck.
Those damn cameras.
Then he had to leave the country.
Everyone gotta be on camera.
Oh, yeah.
I like the 2 steps from hell in the background.
Where are you right now, Cody?
Oh, fuck.
Where am I?
Yeah.
I'm on the side of the ship, hanging off of a ski.
I see.
Yeah. I have 2 ideas of what I want to do, but
They're on a rope and I'll help you.
there is a
Both of
rope.
them involve blowing the ship up.
I already used my rope. No, one of them involves blowing the ship up. One of them involves actually pirate diplomacy. Let's see.
Where's the rope at?
Bjorn's
hanging from.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, for a second there, I thought Julie didn't have any pants on. He's just walking around with an apron on.
Hey, Twitch only sent me shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Alex, did Grace make her mini yet?
No, we'll have to do that tomorrow. There's not a lot else to do in this heat.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody worked today, so I was like, the appraiser stopped by, I let him in, and then he left, and I looked, nobody's working. I was like, oh, I guess we're not working today.
Yeah, I bet they're probably off for the next couple.
Yeah. I'm surprised they took today off, though. Like, well, makes sense, but the rest of the week's just gonna get hotter, so I was like, well, if you were gonna work, today would have been the day.
Yeah. Unless,
Oh.
I don't know, they're taking a holiday for the week or something.
They might, yeah, might be one of those.
There we are. I just needed something to hold the thing steady. Alright, as we were. Stick you back on there. Hi, how you doing? A little of this, a little of that. This guy, I wouldn't know if he was there. I'm missing one dude, and you're still back down. Yeah. I'm gonna stick for you in. Like this. Like that. It's like
Oh yeah, look at this.
sorry for the delay, gents. I'm looking for one more dude who seems to have disappeared.
Is it an enemy?
Excellent question. Truth is, I don't want to step on him by accident either. I mean, they're Warhammer minis, right? So they're like, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks a piece.
Yeah. I have tons of Warhammer minis. Like the Not the 40k, the other Warhammer.
Oh, fair enough. Or traditionally old medieval.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did it go? This is so bizarre. I don't know. Okay, well, I give up. Time to move on. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Speaking of which, there must be some
Found
sort of
him.
Warhammer crossover for D&D.
No, but there's a Magic the Gathering one to my dismay.
There is
So as I
a
was
Warhammer
saying, if you recall, all of this was to establish the canon. So now there is a cannon on the prow, and I like to say it's rather large. And as the unit suddenly pitches itself, oh, these guys are gonna fall. Damn it! Pardon me. Gonna need more of this. Get these guys all plastered down. 1, 2,
Can
3.
appreciate the effort.
Better appreciate the effort.
It's an authentic piece
An authentic
in
pain
this
in the ass.
battle.
Well,
Oh.
it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, you guys are still holding on.
Yeah, exactly.
Just everything.
You're
needs,
not fine. I mean,
everything needs Play-Doh. More Play-Doh. More plasticine.
Yeah, just need them to like fly away and take me to safety.
at least you know if I blow this thing, that's how you can bring it down in a cinematic way. Just give her a little shove.
I remember this ship from Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
Alright, as I was saying, this thing is gonna go aloft and check it out. It's gonna pitch to the side, baby. See that shit? Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
Damn it! It
dang.
did it good. I was doing good a moment ago. It's fine. Fine. You know what? We're just gonna imagine these are on there. I'm just gonna put them to the side. When I need them, they'll come out. So as I was saying, this thing pitches to the one side.
Okay,
I mean, for what it's worth, that's pretty fucking sweet.
that is cool.
As this is happening, I just want to get the timing right here. We're in from where are we here? Whose turn had just concluded?
It's my turn.
Right. So into Orion's, as the whole of the ship is pitching around, if you recall, coming in towards, as Bjorn's jumped up onto it, as Kumata is spinning about and the ship is coming in towards you. Sorry, as the ship is coming towards the bus, you what? You're looking over towards the cannon, and then that led to all of this, and now
do
we're
I
back.
see anybody? Can I crawl in there anyway, or can I shuffle my way over to that cannon, or is it just out of my reach?
It's well and out of your reach. It's easily going to be 15 feet away from the strut, and from there to the end of the ski, who's to say another 10 feet still.
Okay, and I don't see any like portholes to climb through to get into that kind of.
It doesn't seem to be anything of the sort. I should say there are crystal covered portholes here, glass covered. You're not sure. You don't imagine them to be glass so much so, but maybe they look too thick, and they look like they're metal trimmed. You can't see really through them. They look pretty opaque.
Okay. All right, this might be Orion's moment, boys.
Nice knowing you, buddy.
All right.
Sweet. Valkyrie speed.
Can I climb up onto the deck?
Hey, Bjorn, just remember, when that ship goes down, you're hanging from it.
Tuck it a roll.
It's got speed to everybody.
The vessel doesn't have too much in the way of the vessel doesn't have too much in the way of handholds on the outside. There's no rigging to speak of. However, you do note that there is the odd gap in the plating that you may be able to take advantage of. That, combined with the circumstances, will make for a rather harrowing test.
I still got my inspiration.
Would that be like an acrobatics?
It would be acrobatics or athletics. I'd allow either, and we'll say 16 or better in this case.
Okay, I'll take those odds. I'll do an acrobatics and try and acrobatically climb my way up there.
Sure.
26.
Leveraging yourself just so, you manage to clamber up to the edge and crawl onto the deck. Adjacent one of the rifle fellas. And As you crawl up upon it, looking over towards them, sand billowing, wind blazing all around, it feels like you're back on a sailing ship unlike any other that you've ever ridden. The massive chromed wings sprawling out from the massive vessels, huge hull all around you. The rifleman to the one side, gritting his teeth towards you, doesn't even bother you in this moment, as you can't help but take a moment to soak it all in. The beauty and majesty of being high up above it all like this. And as you look up towards the deck, and the fellow looks down towards you from under his large brimmed hat, he simply looks at you and says, I know you. I know you. And the camera pans in upon your face as you see some recognition in his eyes, and a flash of a memory hits you that you've tangled with this fellow once before. Out on those high seas, out so long ago. You've met him in the heat of combat once prior. This was a draw unlike any other. This one you all had to walk away from, so to speak. But not this time. As the camera pans against his face, he just says, not this time. As he shakes his head towards you, he points. And one of the riflemen standing next to him points over towards as well, but not with his finger. You're up on the deck. You have an action and a bonus action. You have no movement.
We're trying to, with yelling at him, yelling at him would count as an action. But I want to see if we can arrange a parlay. But I know you just kind of like open the scene with like, there is no parlay going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And you said there's a gunman behind me, a rifleman?
There are two gunmen behind you and one beside him. There's a bunch of crew around the place. I should have actually put these guys down, sorry. There's a bunch of normal crew doing their normal crew things.
Okay, could I yell out across the deck and roll a persuasion check and say, whatever he's paying you, we will pay you we will pay you 4 times more than he could ever pay you. Our Pasha is a man of wealth and riches beyond your wildest dreams.
The one to your right, heads or tails?
Heads.
What was your persuasion?
Fuck. It's only 9. God damn
it. As the one guy looks towards you, he says, oh yeah? I've always wanted to work for a pasha. And the one guy just like, at this point, levels his barrel at the guy's hip as he hears him say this. And he says, come on, make me an offer. As you, not expecting this maybe, look over towards him and kind of sputter for a moment, he says, he's full of shit.
No, my friend. I'll give you 2 platinum as soon as we conquer this ship, and when we get back, I'll make sure the Pasha gives you another 2 platinum at least.
The one behind him rolled a nat 20 in resistance and levels his barrel towards you. I give you 2 slugs to the eyes, he says back. With that, anything else? Standard action of any sort that you wanted to? We'll call that little conversation a free action, I guess. Boy, this is a long scene, long 6 seconds.
Is the rifleman beside me the one that resisted, or the other guy?
The guy behind him. But the guy in front, they both resisted, but the one in front, behind did nat 20 style. Succeeded with a nat 20.
Okay. And my acrobatic climb, obviously, I can't move anymore. Where can I?
No, you're out of movement.
I'm out of movement. Okay. Okay, I am going
Yes.
to. I'm going to.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
Yes, indeed. You're going to.
Am I? Can I attack that guy that's closest to me? Am I right beside him?
I mean, I'll allow it, sure.
Okay. Could I attempt to push him off the ship?
No.
No. Okay. Then I will just straight up.
And I say that because of your angle here. You're like beside him. And smaller than him, but you're right beside him.
Behind him. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll just attack him then with my daggers.
Right on.
First roll is a 13.
Tell me more. Actually, no. 13's going to miss. As you take a wild swing in towards him, you hit nothing but air as he simply steps out of the way of it. What else you got?
Okay. My offhand is a fucking 12.
As you take a second desperate strike, you find it deflected by the butt of his rifle as he spins it around by the barrel like someone would swing a sword, and then catches it again, ready to fire.
Okay. I guess that's it.
Air travel, very dangerous.
I'll just I'll look at him and just say, you may want to reconsider, my friend. I am a pirate just like you. And this pasha will pay you more than your captain ever will. I don't want to kill you if I don't have to.
They both grimace towards you as one after the next. Their faces pass the camera as it speeds along, as the ship speeds along out of frame. I'm gonna zoom this out a bit. Pardon me. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Actually, just a lot of it. Perfect. From Orient to Sorth, the camera's gonna swing to show you situated inside the bus.
Yeah, I got knocked down in the bus, so I'm still prone. So I gotta get up in the first place.
And
Did
that you
my boat get stuck on top, or did it come down with me?
You have never let it go.
Oh, it's my baby. It's the only thing I care about more than me.
You wake up and the first thing you feel for is your boat, and it's there, and you feel better for it.
I hold it close to me. Okay, so with that, I'm going to shoot. I'm gonna actually have to cure wounds on myself, second level.
Sounds good.
I got an 11 on that. Nice. Okay, so since I got knocked out, my concentration on the target's gone, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Cool. So I'm gonna have to climb back up if I still have movement for that.
You do have movement, half of it. You'll have to double move to get to the roof.
Okay, I'll just half move because. Well,
You can get your head poked out of the hole.
Is it enough to target a guy with the hunter's mark again?
Yep,
Preferably the guy that's standing in the open again.
that's fine.
Awesome. I'll do that.
White stripe gets hunters marked.
And with that, that would be. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, for my boss. Okay, yeah, I'm good to go.
With that said, the camera pans against your head popping out of the top of the bus as Kumata's rolling it around, doing his best to get away from the impending ship. As you focus your steely golden eye across the sands towards your new quarry, your mark takes effect, and from there, the camera's going to pan to Bjorn once again This time from down below, we see you dangling, but this time your companion is nowhere to be seen.
Okay. I'm gonna use my movement to climb up the rope.
All right, sounds good. Throw me athletics.
With a 13.
You managed to get yourself up to the skis. You can double
Okay.
move and another athletics check to climb the hull.
Oh, I didn't want to double move, just a single move.
Okay, so you're at the skis at this point.
Okay. Perfect. So I'm gonna. Let's see. What would the range be like between me and the guys on the ground?
From the skis, they're about. I'm gonna eyeball it at 30 feet, give or take.
30 feet. Okay, perfect.
The ship fluctuates anywhere from between 10 and like 50 feet, given the dunes and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me. What?
So then I'm going to cast Pull Lightning, kind of centered around the hostage situation.
Cool.
And I'm going to hit one of the people guiding the hostages away with a lightning bolt.
Okay.
So you have
That's
to
not
make
gonna
a
work.
dex save of 14.
Sorry, so what's the range that you need? 120?
Yeah, I can cast it anywhere within 120
Okay.
feet, and then
Just
it's
making
a
sure-
60-foot radius storm.
Cool. So I mean, you can target this guy, for example, or I guess wherever, eh?
Yeah, I want the storm kind of in the front of where the ship's headed.
Okay.
As well.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. All right. I'm down with that. All right. So you're targeting like just around here-ish with these guys?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. This is a storm?
Yeah, it just lasts for a while, so I can keep attacking anything that's within that 60-foot radius as an action.
Sounds fine. With that said, this should be on Wi-Fi. Great. You unleash your magics into the stratosphere, into the atmosphere, as clouds coalesce about and thunder claps just ahead. Winds start to swirl about. The heat actually subsides slightly, and a bit of rain begins to fall all around. As a sudden storm brews just in front in a light fashion against the heat of the Calim Desert sun, the massive ship pitching to the one side, coming in for a sidelong shot towards the bus down below. And as it comes in, the massive Hey, sorry. Hello?
Sorry, I do get one attack with that.
Let's hear about it.
Well, they dex save.
Is this for the ship, you're saying? Or for the
I was
dudes
going to
down
do it
below?
against one of the guys on the ground.
Alright. He is going to roll a 4 and fail.
Okay. He will take 27 damage.
An arc of lightning flies away from the storm and explodes against the fellow on the ground. We will call him... I don't know, so white belt. There. 27 damage. Good lord. As 27 damage explodes against him, electrifying the experience altogether for him in a new fashion that he did not expect to see happen. He is shocked, to say the least. Do you have anything else to declare, sir?
No, that's it.
Fabulous. The rains and winds carry on in front where the storm explodes into being. Those down on the ground look up towards it mystified as they suddenly rush away from it. This guy's going to run this way. There it is.
Would that storm happen to be, since they're heading in that direction, over the other vehicle that was burning? Is that helping to douse that fire a little bit?
Funny you should ask. As a matter of fact. It is a small storm, is it not? What is the description? Sorry, what spell is this?
Yeah. It is Call Lightning. A storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius, centered on a point you can see within a range.
Yeah,
directly above you.
literally, there's a storm that comes into being, and it's there, raining down.
Yeah.
And it's just like a big disc of stormy weather.
Yeah, it doesn't technically mention rain. It only says lightning, but
Well, I want rain, damn it.
okay.
Point being, though, is it does indeed, actually. And with that said, it shines, showering down, and slowly dousing out the flickering flames that are exploding from all sides of the metallic hull of the massive transport. As the vessel comes sailing about, it opens fire. The massive cannons firing one after the next. Fuck life. That's 2 ones. What the fuck?
And then it's gonna explode on themselves.
That's a 2 and a 7. The cannons fire repeatedly. The first shot sailing away harmlessly as the massive explosions fire against it and fly backwards. You see the bus hurtle itself past as Kumita shrieks out, "Ah!" The bikers in the distance, as one of them comes swerving around to catch Kumita. The second one doing the same, but poink, getting nailed by the shot from the ship as it explodes against his bike, and underneath him, the bike explodes into a massive conflagration of fuel and shrapnel. Like an 80s flick should, the fellow explodes away with it, Death Ray style gone. As Kumita swerves around, carrying the bus such with the weight, managing to just drift through the sand perfectly in an arc, swerving an easy distance away from the rocks he was impending towards. In the background, we watch as this fellow here is going to rush around the corner and situate himself as such, taking 2 quick strikes in towards Barium. As he finds you situated there next to the massive mountain of muscle, he makes a calculated decision in survival and chooses you. At which point he biffs it terribly, catching his weapon against the stonework as he tries to take a shot towards. You manage to slap away the gun at the last second as it fires off. The slug narrowly missing your companion, it sails off towards and planks off the hull of the ship. The fellow across, the pistolero, takes a quick and wicked strike as you're distracted with an 18 plus bonus. As he barks off his hand cannon, he then turns around and smashes you with the butt of it with a 15 plus bonus, nailing you in the head with it. The first strike is going to be the 1d10, as it does 2 points of damage, narrowly grazing against you. He then smacks you with it, delivering 1 plus 2 points of damage for 3 bludgeoning. That's those guys there. He is going to rush backwards from this situation. As this guy runs, you guys get AOs, both of you. This guy's going to fire upon, and since he has a dude within 5 feet, he's going to get a sneak attack. He's going to have a 14 plus bonus on Laz to hit.
You say 14 plus 1?
14 plus bonus, so I think he's got 20. No, 21.
Shit. 19 for AC, so.
For his sneak attack damage, he's going to do 50, 70, 22. 28 plus 1. for 29 points of damage as he fires off towards you. His dude, the rifleman in the background, he's going to take a knee and fire at you. It's going to be a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Good night, gentlemen.
That is going to be 14 plus 3 for 17 more piercing damage.
You don't have to keep counting. It's really kind of a waste at this point.
All right. As the
You're kicking a man while he's down there, buddy.
as the rifleman's slug pierces against you, it buckles you backwards, and you find yourself falling to the ground. Despite your best effort to keep yourself aloft, you watch things just going dark. You're not quite sure what to make of things at first. This is unfamiliar territory, or is it? No, you've been here before. You'll be back. You'll be back. It's nap time. It's nap time. It's fine. But wait a minute, your friends need you. And as you hit the ground, unceremoniously, sand kicking up all around you, blood seeping from your new wounds, the camera pans against your comatose self to show the rest of the soldiers moving forth as this guy continues to shout at the hostages who continue to scream and run away from the scene. Exiting stage right. I'm just going to move these guys off to the side here. Actually, you know what? These guys are going to move over here. What am I saying? He moves them all into a pile there. And he moves in with them. He's going to shoot the arcanic ballista. Gonna try and do something with that. Dick's a knee, does the thing. He's going to hit with a 19 plus bonus. He's going to do the 2d10. It's going to be 10 damage on the arcanic ballista. The pistolero already did his thing. The guy there already did his thing. He's in the position he is. The biker dude there, he's going to throw a grenade at the bus. It's just going to explode, really, because the bus... Kumata can try and take evasive maneuvers, I guess. He's going to biff that with a 6 plus bonus. He doesn't really notice it until it's too late, hearing the twank as it reflects off of the windshield. And he gives a slight shriek and pitches to the one side. The whole of the bus swerves, kicking dust and sand up as there's this sudden and concussive as flames erupt all around. The whole of the bus takes a total of 18 points of damage as the hull twists slightly under the force, leaving a large pock where it indents from the explosion. The guys up on the deck look towards Orion. The one rushes in towards you as the laborers run in. The deckhands try to grab a hold of you. The one's got a +3 for his strength. We'll give him a +7 for athletics for the laborers. I think that makes sense. This one's going to get a 20 in an attempt to grab you. Oh, sorry. He's going to roll 16 to try and hit you, so to speak. Does he get you?
So that'll just be on my AC that he's like hitting me like a melee attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would get me.
Alright. He's going to roll 7 plus 7 for 14 to grapple you.
Okay.
So you can roll to try and escape that. Another guy hits you. He's going to roll 18 plus bonus for 25 to grapple you.
Okay. What do I roll to against that?
So it's athletics or acrobatics. Your call.
Okay.
But these guys are on you.
Okay.
Like flies on a log, baby.
I rolled a 15 and...
You managed to
21.
squirm away from the first guy, only to get grabbed by the second in an unexpectedly twisted grapple. The two of them hold onto you as the one guy rushes in and bashes you with the butt of the gun. Excuse me. He is going to deliver D6 of 5 plus 2 for 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he butts you in the head. The rifleman up on top of the deck, he's hanging out. He's having a good old time. Shall I fire at anything, sir? No, this is fine. In any event, The fellow there, he is gonna take the moment to simply smile towards you, who is being held by these dudes, as more of them come running in to grab a hold. That's really difficult to balance. All right, there we are. As they all collect around you, one after the next, coming in towards, slowly gathering and holding on to you, the vessel careening around. The massive engines underneath the thing vibrating just so. Do believe that is my turn. My cannon's all fired. They failed. That sucks. But that's my dudes. Yeah, that's me. It's over to you, Ike.
Alright. Want to see the rope that we are missing off of?
Do you
So on my side.
Do you see the what?
The rope that we were missing off of?
Oh, yeah, it's dragging around on the ground.
Okay. How far away?
From where you are... Where are you? You're in the bus? Yeah, you're in the bus. So it's about 50, 60 feet-ish away from you right now.
Okay.
Kumata is currently steering the bus such to take evasive action after the ship overhead started firing upon you.
Then... For the guys with the pistols, do they get, what's it called? Attack.
Oh, what now?
The thing... Opportunity attacks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do they get opportunity attacks? Is that
Cross the
what?
line of sight.
Say that again, bud?
Do the guys with the pistols get opportunity attacks when you cross their line of sight?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make a run for it to the rope using feline agility
Sounds fantastic.
and
That means you have 40 feet of movement? Is that what you're going at? Or no, that gives you an extra boost on top of that. Never mind, yeah. Alright. So what's your total movement? It's like 70 or something.
calculating it.
Carry the
That's
3.
why I had a movement thing. Guess I only did for it. Alright, never mind. I'm not gonna make it. Not gonna make it! Okay. Then I'm just going to,
Maybe help Laz or get Barry.
What is it you wanted to do?
I wanted to climb up and perhaps.
You know what? Rule of cool, I'll let you grab the rope. How's that sound for you?
I crossed 60 feet.
You know what? With adrenaline and the momentum of the bus and feline reflexes and musculature, propellant, it's all physics. I'm not a scientist, but I feel like, the math would work out. That's how things work nowadays, right?
That makes sense. Alright.
So, like I said, rule of cool, buddy. If all you want to do is grab the rope, I'm on board for you. I'm on board with that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you can throw me in athletics or acrobatics, actually athletics in this case to do this action. Leap of faith, baby.
I got 15.
Fabulous. You rush forth towards the ladder, springing up through the hole. Like only a cat could, you jump mightily, heartily, proudly through the space between you and your goal. The rope, that string dangling away in front of you. As you clamber towards it, grabbing a hold of it, you grasp and find yourself suspended in midair. With that, you are now hanging off the vessel.
Now, I just wait for someone to shoot at me.
Anything else to declare? What?
I think that's it.
That's you, sir?
Ben, is that all?
Yeah. I got nothing else, right? No more actions.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah. If I use double movement, then no more actions.
Cool. Oh yeah, no. Oh shit, that's not gonna hold there.
Oh, that guy died. Did you see that? It fell right on his head.
As we were. As you go sailing around, just so, with Ike down below, leaping aboard, holding himself onto the rope, and as only a hero could, he finds himself climbing towards you guys. The camera swings off to show Laz down on the ground. And as it focuses in upon your body, you make me a death save. Your body sits comatose for the moment, sweat pouring off it, here in the sands all around it.
15.
As you murmur something to yourself, a darkness enveloping you all around. You're not sure what you're asking yourself. Maybe where you are, maybe who you are, how you are, if it's lunchtime. But in this moment, time doesn't really seem to mean anything. The farts aren't coming as regularly, and you feel like your blade is always sharp here. Something comfortable, something warm. That's probably the desert, the burning sensation. You remember that. And the camera pans away from you to show, where are we here? Is Barium.
So, who are the closest people to me? I know there's more than one.
Currently, you have the single rifle dude behind you. He's a fresh face, just arrived. He's here to say hello. Sell you beatings. The other fellow ran off to the other side. As you can see, the hostages and everybody have been collected. Just there. As the camera pulls back to show the whole of the scene. You also note that there's a bunch of dudes in front of you. And as you really start to look around, you notice that you are amidst an unconscious friend and otherwise fucking surrounded.
Shit.
Good luck, bro. I got the hell out of there.
As the one fellow simply looks at you and points his hand cannon in towards you. What do you do? What do you say?
Good.
Hey?
So are there any like rules as far as like trying to like pass by somebody, like maybe like a free swipe?
The only thing you'd have to worry about is an AO from this guy. Otherwise, it's open terrain. You can go wherever.
I was kind of wanting to go to the other side of that rock, but it's through him.
It's beside him. You take an AO.
Alright, I want to squeeze through behind that rock so I still have like sight of him.
You do so. Squeezing past him.
Within 10 feet of him, though.
Okay, well, he's still going to take an AO there.
Alright.
He crit fails. As you rush past, he takes a wild swing and claps against the stone harmlessly. He squeals in frustration as he pulls back, looking at the barrel of his gun, and then down the scope towards you, even though you're 10 feet away.
And this is the luck I need.
Alright,
I'm gonna... Give me 1 second to think about this.
Laz, can you hear me? It's Mommy. Come to my side, Laz. Come home, Laz. Please.
Ten experience. That was well worth it. That was good. So what's going on then?
So I wanted to use poison spray on that guy.
All right,
Keeps trying to attack me.
let's hear about it. Oh, it's a save on my
So-
part, isn't it? Where's
Yeah,
it?
it's a con 14.
He fails miserably.
Alright then, that is a 2d12 plus, since I have the staff, the arcane firearm.
Okay.
The 2d12 is a 9 total plus. Three more is 12 total.
12 total damage.
Yep.
As it blasts out upon him with a searing spray of poisonous froth, he shrieks. And this guy is... Is he nothing? He's just rifle dude? Oh, he was this guy. Alright. Oh. Another 12 brings him to 24. Very nice. As you spray upon him, he shrieks as he steps backwards, sputtering and trying to, pull this shit off himself. He coughs a bunch, inhaling, and choking on it and taking 12 damage in the process. He recovers 6 seconds later, of course. Miraculously, he's fine. It's fine. Totally focused on the task, no problem. It's all good.
I got the bonus for the turret as well. Bonus action.
Hit it.
So those two guys, like the one on the rock with the hostages and that guy, are both too close, right?
This guy he's got a shot on. This guy's undercover. This guy's open season. This guy's open season. As is the biker off in the distance.
All right. Those two guys you said were open season. I want to aim at the first one.
The important looking dude?
Closest one.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Oh my god, okay. That didn't hit.
We're all rolling
That's a
shit
two.
tonight, boys. All rolling shit tonight.
Yeah.
And with that said, you fire the ballista as it looks out towards. Calculating. Please hold. Target acquired. And fires off. As it strikes the sand next to the fellow, he looks out towards it, and the ballista reports error. And that's about it, really. It doesn't actually tell you what the problem is. Actually, it tells you error code 435ZZZD482.
Oh yeah, that translates to you fucking missed.
You put down the translation book. But that said, fellow here, he focuses in upon the thing, and then shouts out across the field, at which point this one responds, "What do you think we are trying to do?" From there, the camera pans in upon Orion once again, situated upon the decks as you are, being held by 2 individuals currently. You can attempt to escape at disadvantage.
They've got me grappled, right?
Very much so.
Okay. I'll look to them. Parley, I seek parley. Let me speak to Captain Ivanenka.
The fellow looks down. The fellow from on top of the deck looks down at you and says, "You no longer call me these names. Nobody dare call me these names." And as he leaps down from the deck, from the top deck, the ship leveling out as it sails forth before it's about to pitch about for another shot. He stares upon you. "Who do you think you are coming here? Demanding any sort of anything. Parley. You ask for peace?" And he levels the hand cannon towards your face. "With what you have done to so many, for your own needs, your own desires."
I am a man anew. A new sea, a new vessel, a new crew. And I assure you there is much more to gain with the both of us declaring peace here and coming to a parley than there is of us destroying each other. Because the second you go to annihilate my crew, this ship will go down.
You seem quite confident. He cocks the hammer. He cocks one of like 16 hammers on the hand cannon.
Go for it and find out yourself, Captain. You think I'm a fool? You know my reputation.
The camera pans against you guys as the wind blasts hard against you. The ship coming round just so as the technician up above pulls the joystick, just bringing the whole of the sails, the rudder sails in the back, to tilt the whole of the vessel. And as it does so, you guys easily hear the rumble and the clacks of steel on steel as the sudden stunk of the new shell arriving in the barrel is heard loud and clear. And as the ship pitches about, taking aim once again, you guys hear those fateful echoes of concussive explosions from down below. With a 14 plus bonus, one of them manages to connect, striking into the side of the bus with deadly and incredible force, the likes of which nobody has ever experienced, certainly not Kumata. And as the massive shell comes forth and the shell casing pshink, just sailing past Barry in here, striking into the ground down next to you. Where is it here? Where are you? There. Just a massive thing. Can you see it? Dunk. As it lands, I barely see the fucking thing. Anyway, this huge gold brass shell flies away. The bus takes. Sorry, I gotta grab a whole bunch of dice all of a sudden. In this case, you are looking at 11, 12, 16 plus 10 for 26 points of damage against the hull as the bus takes a sudden shot to the side. A second barrage is unleashed as suddenly, with a 17 plus bonus, they do it to you again. 14, 18, 20 plus 10 for another 30 points, exploding against the hull as another shell fires off. Wow, it actually stayed. Couldn't have done it if I'd tried. As the massive shell explodes against the hull of the unit, narrowly missing the cannon itself, but smashing into the mounting, causing the whole of the cannon to just bend in ever so slightly. Kumata screams out, but no one can hear him. No, Sorth is still in there. No, Sorth can hear him, but he's not in there. He's like halfway out of it. His voice is shrill and echoing easily from inside as the whole of the bus jerks suddenly from the massive impact that strikes down just nearby you. I need a dex save from Sorth.
You got
15 or better.
I believe in you.
21 or golden.
Awesome. You take half of that 30 damage.
Jesus. Okay. That's close. Awesome.
As you're rattled, trying to duck underneath it, the whole of the concussive wave shocking through the entirety of your meat body, you feel something inside yourself possibly rupture, and you don't feel so good. You feel like you want to vomit, but you're afraid that it might be your innards you puke out. As you come to a moment later, the darkness washing away, and you see the light of day again, and staring out the porthole and seeing around, you see the massive ship up above, and you remember what the fuck you're doing. Wow. From there, though, the camera pans over to Bjorn! Oh, wait, no, hang on. It does not. Because this is the vessel coming in. As it fires down towards you, and we were just finishing up. Whose turn here? From me to...
Sorry.
We're going into Sorth's turn, yeah? From Orient to Sorth, yeah. As you guys come around, yeah, okay, cool.
Alright, so I kind of dip back into the hull of our little bus, didn't I? Yeah.
I mean, you're still poked out of the hole of it. You tried your best
Okay.
to hide underneath it, but you're still there.
I'm gonna yell to Kumita, "Driver, run them down!" in hopes that he will run these people over and do something. Jesus.
He doesn't respond. You're not sure what that means. But he is driving. He is still alive. You can tell that much.
I'm not gonna pay any attention to him right now. I'm gonna poke up from the hole, and that guy that I marked, I want to take a shot at him if I can get a clear one.
The one on the bike?
No, to turn it back. One of the guys that was out in the open, pretty much the guy that's Barium's right in front of him.
Fair enough. This guy right here.
Yep, that's the man.
Sounds fine. Fire away. Is this white hit?
27 to hit.
27 will hit.
And one of you. And that will be 20 damage.
Terrific.
Thank God.
This guy he's not quite dead yet. He stumbles backwards as the arrow thunks into him.
I'll hit him again to make sure he's dead this time.
Firing another shot forth.
23 to hit.
23 will hit.
That will be 15 damage.
This one bringing him to 59. He stumbles for a moment, dropping to a knee, looking towards you, and then falling to his face.
One down. 12 to go.
As he keels over, bleeding out in the sand, you see, to your horror, that he's still possibly... No, he's dead. He's got to be dead. He's totally got to be dead. Point being, though, the camera pans against you as you, holding onto the rim of the bus, grab another arrow and knock it in, holding yourself steady for the next shot, I'm assuming, as the bus sweeps against the rocks, bringing itself along as the camera pans over to Bjorn, up on the side of the vessel, holding onto the skis as you are.
I'm gonna try and climb my way up onto the deck.
15 or better with an athletics or acrobatics check.
Alright, let's try athletics. Nat 20.
Oh wait, what did I say? 16? But nat 20? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Having seen the way that your roguish friend did it, you realize that won't work for you. So you fashion another route. Looking directly above yourself, grabbing a hold of the ledge with a quick and committed jump, you grab a hold of the edge and yank as for all you're worth. And Valkyr says you're worth a lot. Coming up onto the deck a moment later, to the surprise of everybody, perhaps except your companion, who simply gives his standard grin, I'm sure. The camera pans against the whole of the pair of you, situated on the deck, as the captain, looking upon you, simply says, "Who the fuck is these?"
I'm Bjorn the Ballista Proof.
We shall see.
Let's trouble now.
And
That
with
won't
that,
suffer pirates to live.
we shall see what you will suffer in due course. You who would come aboard my ship, huh? And with that,
My ship.
he cocks the next 4 hammers on his hand cannon. What are you doing?
Okay, do I still get an action?
100%.
Did the ship happen to fly into that storm?
It's in the storm, yeah.
Alright, I'm actually doing something different. I will...
Okay, good, because I was going to say, actually, the pilot is going to make a check on this. He's going to roll an 11 plus bonus, so I'm going to say he can get above a 10-foot skiff.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Command at 3rd level.
Oh,
And
shit.
I'm gonna target the 3 guys on the deck there. So
Alright.
you need to make wisdom saves or follow my one-word command on the next turn. And I'm going to go with disembark.
One rolls an 18 and one a 16, but one rolls a 10. And he's gonna look at you, look at the captain and say, as you wish, sir. And look over towards the captain, who simply, what are you talking about? And watch in disbelief as the guy simply walks over towards the edge and he grabs a hold of the rope that Ike's holding, and he jumps over, he disembarks the ship, and he hops over the railing and slides down. This guy's coming hurtling towards you, Ike, and I'm only gonna allow this save because you're a cat. So throw me a dexterity save.
Well, the rope was tied to the ski, not the side of the ship, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. Actually, he drops off the side and grabs a hold of the rope on the way down, I guess.
18.
Terrific stuff. This guy hurtles past you. You manage to actually jump off the rope and grab a hold of it just at the top as he sails past. You watch as he reaches the bottom and waits. And then a moment later kind of looks up. Yeah, with a look of confusion in his eyes, to be sure. At which point the man with the wide-brimmed hat simply gives a nudge of the brim and says, "That is a neat trick." That's you.
Can I take a quick look back at Bjorn? Like just out of the corner of my eye. Bjorn, did you do the deed? And I'll like do a quick little wink with my eye, not pointing towards the captain, towards Bjorn.
Aye, it's done.
Good, yes. Well, I'm just here telling the captain about our plans should he decide not to work with us.
Oh, he'll work with me.
And then I'll look back at the captain and smile.
As the captain looks upon you, you seem quite confident. Do tell. And he cocks the next two hammers on his gun. Like he's got 16 of them, if you remember.
By all means, Captain, you can kill me now, but the second you do, this ship is going down with you, and I.
As he stares you dead in the eye, he looks down towards the bus as the ship continues to pitch to take another shot. And he says, "If you'll forgive me, I say that your friends down below are much worse for wear. And you, surrounded as you are, perhaps overconfident, huh? Look around you, little man. The wind whips about and blows against you all. You may have large friend." And he cocks the next hammer. "However, there are many of us here, and only 2 of you. Ha! 1.5. And he cocks the next hammer. And from there, the camera pans to show you their side profile with him, and then it shows Bjorn's face, of course, side profile, the 2 of you. Just a split screen even. Super dramatic stuff. It's wicked. And it's at this point that there's a sudden split screen on that opens up to show the riflemen up on the deck next to the technician suddenly shout out, "Sir, the Draygors! They come upon!" As the winds whistle around you and the whole of the ship is pitching to take another shot, the man with the wide-brimmed hat, suddenly wide-eyed, glances around and sees for himself the massive ship assuredly making its way towards. Although diminutive compared to the pirate vessel, in its current stature, it sails along, sending up a skiff of sand all behind it. And as would be unexpected, as is the Draygors motif, the unexpected suddenly occurs as the whole of... Oh, sorry, actually, I'm going to place these guys around, don't I? Regal as they are. Forgot about that step. Sorry, everyone. All proud and shit. Gotta have that, right? Where'd my Play-Doh go? There's my Play-Doh. Gonna need some of this magic stuff in this. Not Play-Doh, plasticine, I should say. Play-Doh is terrible, to be quite frank. Can't use that. Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's just stick these guys to the side, and this guy's here. And as it comes sailing along and suddenly drifts to a halt, we watch as it transforms it. Oh, hang on. As it does a thing. Does a thing. Does a thing a thing? Is it gonna do a thing? Yeah, there it is. Aha! As it transforms itself, bringing out wings, and suddenly it brings itself even a higher stature. I didn't even think about this. What am I gonna? I can put it aloft, but damn. I don't have another one of these. Shit. I gotta save all my tennis canisters, it seems. As it turns around and goes into winged form, we watch as it suddenly carries itself almost as if the sun were lifting it into the sky. And as it carries higher and higher and higher above, we watch as it takes an aloft stature. Sorry, this is not working out the way I know. Pardon me. Get up here. I'm gonna need you higher. Yeah, sort of. Alright, sweet. As it takes an aloft stature, holding itself just so in front of the camera, we watch as a singular individual makes his way out onto the front of the vessel. And as the vessel holds aloft, oop, that didn't work. Vessel holds aloft. What? Fuck me. Okay. Dramatics. Yes, there we are. Yeah. See that? As the vessel holds aloft, we watch as suddenly he begins to grow a set of wings. His form growing scaly, larger, and a second later, the whole of him stepping off. And as he does, is floating out of the way, flying forth a moment later, coming in towards the massive vessel. The camera flying in before it's going to fall over. Flying in to show him coming towards this humongous thing. We'll do something like, I don't know. Can I do this? Come on, you can fit. Yes! Music is on fucking point, too.
Are you dragon proof?
I assume so.
As the Draygors ship
with me.
floats.
Let's go boost Rodad.
As the Draygors ship floats and then suddenly sails off towards, the most horrible thing still happens. It's not that the dragon lands upon the ship. That's not the most horrible thing. No. The Draygors ship fires upon the back end of the ship. And as a sudden and massive bolt of etheric energy fires from underneath the ribcage of the Draygors vessel, lighting up and sending a ball of lightning out towards the massive ship. The dragon just landing on it as the back end of the ship just explodes. Yes. I want to roll this digitally because it's just a lot of dice. There we go. Do I have another one? Do I have another one? I thought I had another one. That's not all my stats. Where's my other one? Oh. Where are we then? 10, 20, 28. And another 20. So 48 plus 20 for 68 points of damage that explode against the hull, searing across the back of the end of it. It leaves a huge cut against the steel hull of the ship as one of the wings is suddenly clashed off, just caught directly from the hull of the ship the whole of it pitches, rocking back and forth, as if to suddenly add insult to injury. The whole of it rocks mightily as the humongous stature of the Black Dragon, he who is the Lord Draygor himself, lands upon. And giving a mighty roar, the camera pans against his humongous stature and cuts to black. Not a bad session so far.
Oh, it's really, really good.
It's exciting.
So, with that said, Mr. Dobransky, would you like what Jay was released?
I loved everything about this one. It was a really fun combat piece. I like that we never really had an upper hand between all of our roles and just the situation. We kind of been getting knocked down every chance we got. I love that the Draygors came in, and it almost feels like they're sending message to being like, hey, you gotta leave them to us, kind of thing. Like, they're not attacking us, they're attacking the people attacking us. So I think that's a cool ending, and a huge plot twist. And I'm kind of gonna be sad that we're about to lose our second vehicle here. All this work, and Laz is almost
We
dead.
tried.
Yeah.
How much damage have you taken?
Well, Laz is, on the brink of death, and I've been knocked out. Everybody else has been pretty banged up, so yeah.
It's looking pretty
You guys
grim.
got it without me.
Looking pretty grim, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm hoping the Draygors just don't turn on us, and then we're going to be sitting ducks again. But no, it was a great session. I loved it. It was intense and interesting.
Right on. Shonigan, what was your favorite part? Would you like Beast?
Battle's good. Dying sucks, man.
Fair that.
Dying.
You guys are all level 5, 6?
5,
5, yeah.
6.
6 for a few.
6.
That's
Dying
it?
good.
Battle good, dying sucks? That's fair. And with that, Mr. Summary, what'd you like? What'd you hate? What's your least?
I really liked how it was kind of split into two battles. You had the one ship flying overhead that we were trying to board, and then all the chaos on the ground. I liked my disembark idea. I wish more wisdom rolls were failed.
Yeah, I was lucky on my part, I have to admit. I was surprised. The way everything's been going, I thought for sure I was gonna get 1, 2, 3 or some bullshit.
And yeah, I guess I'll have a decision to make for next session if I'm gonna stare down a dragon and get murdered or not.
Decisions. This is a major one.
Yeah, either get myself eaten and come prepared with a new character, or decide to chicken out. I'm not sure what I'll do.
Time will tell. Tune in next time.
Bjorn's brave, but he's not dumb.
Yeah, let's face it. He's got a decent wisdom score.
I don't know. He's kind of. I've kind of decided he's convinced he can't die.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Oh god.
I am ballista proof. Valcour holds me safe. Yeah, alright.
So
I'm done with this.
we'll see if he's smart or not.
I'm good at this. I like this. This is good. This suits. This fits. You're done. Rick, would you like Jay was worth least?
So I've said it before and I'll say it again. I mean, I'm like, rooting for your favorite character in a TV show or playing a video game. I don't mind if my character or other characters get fucked up or die. I think it's cool. I think it adds to the story. It adds to the excitement. And I feel an extreme sense of danger from this battle. Like, this battle exploded. Like, I don't even know what the hell to do, to be honest with you. There's so many options, and it's like, it feels like they're all not a good option to choose. But that's what I like about it.
It's just so
It's not
much to
easy.
whittle away at.
Yeah, and we're all so separated right now, and Laz got destroyed, and I mean, Darian's not a great frontline combatant, so
This is
kind of a rough situation.
36 seconds. No, this was 7 rounds. I'm pretty sure. Might have been 36 rounds. I can't quite recall. But yeah, 36,
Yes.
42 seconds. Less than a minute. This all exploded in.
Yeah, and seeing the dragon come in, the Draygors, that's an exciting turn, but you know, honestly, considering our history, I think it's for our benefit.
Well, what can I say? Lord Draygor likes a good time like anybody else.
Yep.
He likes some rock and roll, heavy metal. You know, he's down to party. He's gonna grind your bones into fucking a rail and blow it. Okay. He's there to tear shit up. That's what I see. I see it as like an opportunity to have him just show up and be like, "Yo, I am Lord." So that's my take on it. I'm just being meta because I think it's a super cool ending, and everyone's kind of mentioned it. But yeah. Sorry, not to take over there.
Yeah, storytelling just top notch. I love it.
Did we lose audio? Turn down all my audio here. I actually wanted to start it out a little bit differently. Funny about storytelling, didn't happen that way, but yeah, I'm glad you appreciated that one. This actually felt really thick.
Yeah.
Really felt thick that way, so I'm glad you liked that. Right on. Cody, would you like to hit was Birds East?
I liked it all. I have to say this is like the first scenario that I really am struggling to think of a clear next step, or at least a couple options, just because there's so much chaos going on. So yeah, I enjoyed it all. There's nothing I didn't like other than like just not rolling, like getting half the rolls, but not successfully rolling when I really needed it.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
Yeah.
Like getting halfway there and then just having the dice let you down, like right when you need the most. Like shit. Okay.
Everyone was rolling fucking terribly tonight. It was bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we want to live, all we can do is surrender.
Yeah. I don't know. Or jump off and drive like fucking crazy. Pick Laz's dead ass off the sand. At this point, I'm just waiting for a fucking worm to come out and just eat Laz or something.
He's too close to a rock. You know, tremors. They can't do that. He's alright.
That's right. Yeah, but I really didn't expect the Draygors to roll up.
They were behind us.
I was pretty confident. I might have been getting close on the captain there to getting him at least thinking about talking, but might be out of the picture now.
I like how you made up a name for him too. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries.
Good on you for doing so. Right on. And Benny Boy, what'd you like? What'd you hate? What's your preference? What's East?
The battle was great, like, especially at the end where Draygors popped up from behind.
Speak up, boy.
I said the battle was great, especially when the Draygors popped up from behind.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm kind of regretting going up to the rope. Kind of fucked up on that part. But I'm trying to figure out what to do next.
Well, you're there now. It's only what.
I'm glad nobody shot at me.
There's nobody to shoot at you at the moment. They're all kind of busy over there. The funny part is,
I feel like the Draygors are very like Final Fantasy, you know, like crazy fantasy tech. We're just playing in the sandbox. They got fucking all the cool toys.
That's kind of the thing. These guys are fucking around, and they're just here to fuck shit up. They're having a good time, like you say, cool toys and all that. I really liked this session. I liked how thick it was. I liked all the chaos. I liked delivering the final bit there. I feel like maybe I brought them out too early. Like maybe I should have just saved it for next session, but It's 10:30, and I was like, you know what, just finish it off with a bang. So there we are. Could have just finished off with the Draygors lifting up. Like, what are they gonna do next session? Hey, boo boo. And I really like firing on the bus and fucking up the bus with the siege weapons. That's always good. With the massive fucking pirate vessel. And I liked actually making the pirate vessel. So that thing actually ended up looking better than I would have expected. And I wish I'd remembered to put the barrels on earlier. So, you know, cannons and all that. But point being, she ended up looking pretty good. I'm satisfied about that. I'm surprised the Draygors managed to stand on there. That fucking basing solution is fantastic. What else? Yeah, the storm there with the call lightning. I mean, it's not, it doesn't explicitly say so, but it's helped douse the flames a little bit, but not a lot because it's still, you know, inside. 36 seconds of burnination so far. I like the crew and their longevity, all the different soldiers that I had all around. I like the bikers. I wish I'd done more with them. I wish I had more variety to the abilities I was using, but that's what happens when you use a lot of the same unit, really. So it goes. And honestly, I just I wish we had more time, but it's already very late, and I appreciate all the time that you guys have spent with me. It's been my pleasure. To be your dungeon master, your entertainer, and y'all get about 1,300. We'll go with 11. Yeah, 1,300 experience for tonight because it's been an exciting time. It's been emotional. And today, I'm going to ask you a very difficult question. What has been your favorite memory so far? And I'm going to pick somebody random to start off with. Your favorite memory in this whole campaign, since we're coming up on a year here, and mine was when I first gave you guys the engine, and that was like at the very beginning. I think it was the second session or first session. Yeah, when you guys fought for the engine, you got the engine. From there we'll go Cody.
Okay, there's quite a few, but like...
Well, I guess you can mention more than one. I mean...
I'd have to say probably the crossroad we hit when Orion kind of went rogue. And the group kind of had to decide, like, what side we're taking. Are we staying with the Pasha? I felt like that was a real... make it or break it moment. Either I was gonna die, or the group is gonna turn on the Pasha, and who knows where that would have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Or it would have turned out the way it did, and somehow amends would have been made. And I think that was a really cool moment because it required everybody to kind of consider who their characters are and what they really would do in that scenario. Like, are you gonna turn on your crew member or your boss, or are you gonna turn on your boss because of a crew member that, like, in theory you should trust, and like, oh, if they're have an issue with it, maybe you should too. Like, it's just really cool to see everybody kind of like decide how they felt in that moment. But there's tons of moments that I could list, but that was probably the one that most stood out for me so far. Just a little bit more than every other moment.
Fair enough. Good answer. Sean, what was your favorite part so far throughout the campaign? What's your favorite memory so far?
I think the first fight in the race. I mean, just that series of events, like rapid fire, everything that was going on, the different choices that had to be made, what we were doing when we were doing them. I think that was by far the best one for me. Having to make decisions as to who do you help, who do you heal, where do you go, realizing just how precious healing potions can be after handing them out like water.
Right on. Dobransky, who has not been here through the whole, but still valid memories nonetheless.
Honestly, I think some of my favorite parts were during the race But one memory that really sticks out is when Sword and our favorite face-stealing robot went against the Draygors in the alley and got completely wrecked. It just showed that their power level was so much above ours. And it was also the first time we lost a character, so that was kind of momentous.
From there, and not to be invoked, but Benny, what's been your favorite memory so far in the campaign?
I would say my favorite memory would be when I was playing the crow guy a long time ago. And short-lived, but he went out in a blaze of glory. I took him over at the end. Like, I was completely stealthy, the entire mission, and then I wanted to blow something up.
And so you did.
Yes.
Blaze of glory, indeed. Actually.
Yeah, that was my favorite moment.
Right on. Summary.
Boom.
What was your favorite?
I think it might have been in one of them anyways, was the first session when I out of nowhere got murdered by a ballista, because I think it really changed how I ended up playing Bjorn. So I think that was fun, because it also really set the stakes for the level of risk we were going through.
It's all fun and games, so it's not.
Yeah. And then the fact that he survived it has just... I've not always made the safest decisions with him, because I feel like the fact that he got through that's changed his worldview a little bit. He's feeling very God touched.
It was a defining moment for him.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's very fair. And Rick, what's been your favorite time so far?
Well, two of them got called out already. Cody and Alex talking about Gary blowing up. Both of those situations were top tier, but I enjoyed a couple other ones I can think of. Number one is probably like the first steps when we actually had the bus together after all the sessions of like building it, finally getting to see it in action. But I also really enjoyed the Christmas special. Going to the North Pole, and, like everybody getting a wish, or like getting whatever they wanted. I thought that was really cool. But that whole session was so vastly different from the rest of them that it stands out to me.
I can't quite recall the storyline to the Christmas special.
Jack Frost and Santa got kidnapped.
Yeah, we had to save him.
I had to jump on. He was hanging from a chain, and I jumped and grabbed him by the balls.
Oh yeah, now I remember that. Okay, there we go. It's all coming back. Jingle bells. All right.
And at the very end, they granted us, or Santa granted us one item for Christmas for saving him.
That's why everyone's got the goofy stuff, right?
That's right.
And so it should be every Christmas, baby. Cool. Yeah, right on. I'm gonna clip those later. Or maybe you will at home, because everybody should be clipping this shit every so often. It's the only way we find the funny stuff is if we actually clip it out. Otherwise, you gotta drag us through however much of us sitting around and meandering and me burping and blah blah blah. I really like that fucking bass. I gotta say, this whole scene is crazy. If I could get another mount for that, it'd just be ideal. And I think I actually have a mounting rod that I could use for that, but point being, getting a couple more fucking tennis tubes would be perfect. As it stands though, yeah, good session all in all. Lot to remember and recreate for next session, but that boat can go over to the side. That was actually a whip together job. I happened to have a bunch of those hulls kicking around, and yeah, that really worked out. So,
Right on.
yeah. Everyone had fun?
Yeah.
Cool.
Had a blast.
For sure, it was awesome.
Thanks for coming out and watching me play in my sandbox. It's been my pleasure to play in my sandbox for you, with you, and all about us together in my sandbox. From my sandbox to your home, I bid you adieu, and until next time, of course, May your 20s always land on 20.
I hope so. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Solid, dear Lord.
God.
How are we gonna-
Have a good